rock and
Go
roll.
over here, hit the start button. All right, let's see. Oh,
Does my makeup look good?
Oh, you look marvelous. You look marvelous. All right, let's see. All right, looks like we got Karen. Let me see. Where am I putting everyone here? Let's see. We'll do this. We'll do this.
Patrick, I heard your YouTube
this,
channel
we'll
got
do
deleted.
This.
It
We'll
did. I got
do
it back
this.
through
Boom,
the
there we
grace
go.
of God and other folks helping me from above.
Yeah.
Cameron, you look like you're autistic or something. What are you doing?
Okay, so we are live. We are live here. Let me do this part of this. All right, so we're live, guys. We're live on Utreon. If you don't know why, so that we can hold guns, including this one that I haven't even taken the tags off because it's beautiful, but actually I won't be able to de-tag this bad boy. We'll talk about that here. I don't know, maybe not. But yes, so we can actually hold guns like this, which YouTube will not let us do. So that's why you guys are joining us live here on Utreon. Let's see who's got guns. We got Patrick. We got Walter.
This has a lot of PSA on it right here.
Yeah, let's see. Cameron's looks like he's grabbing for something.
A whole lot of PSA.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh yeah. I can hear you now.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, Cameron's still working on his thing. All right. That being said, I think we've got everyone here. It's going to be a fun night. We've got the guys from PSA here for about an hour, and then it's going to be Walter, BFP, and myself with you guys. Thanks for joining us. I already see people out there like, oh, Hank Strange is doing this twice in 1 week. Yeah, that's right. That's right, fools. If you're ready, I'm going to press the button and kick this off right now.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, boom, here we go. Now, I hope everything is good out there. I see some people making some complaints. I know from my end, everything is strong, so the signal is strong, all that kind of stuff. If anyone's Lola, if you're out there monitoring us, let us know what's going on. You guys might have to refresh or whatever out there, but I think everything looks good from where I'm at. Okay, so we're gonna start this up with jazz hands. Everyone has to do it, including the PSA guys. Don't care how tough you are. There you go, jazz hands. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 975 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, and the title is Palmetto State Armory, The Gathering 2023, this weekend in South Kakalaka, South Carolina. We've got the dudes from PSA joining us here. Yeah, didn't I get that right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of different names for South Carolina. Obviously, the Palmetto State, all that kind of stuff. That's so crazy how that happened to, like, it's like the Palmetto State, and then you guys are Palmetto State Armory. It's genius.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It was planned or something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we've got Josiah here. Let's see, we'll go to Josiah, my friend Josiah. There he goes, boom. And then we've got Cameron, who, I don't know, Cameron, have we met before? I'm not sure.
We've talked, I think we've talked through emails. I've never actually talked to you, like, on the phone or video, but I've talked to you through some emails in the back.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome to the show, my friend. And also joining us is Babyface P, who's got words for you, Cameron. And and Walter Keller is here as well. It's good words. No bad words. Babyface P, he's down with the AKs.
All I want to know is PT1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there on the back. That's all I need to know is when it's coming out.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Don't.
Look at that. Look how beautiful. Oh, yes.
That is sexy.
You gotta. Have you heard of foreplay, Cameron?
Oh my God, that right there.
Seriously.
That's what I want.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah. So Patrick, Walter, or whoever wants to jump in here, let's just jump in. Well, first of all, Josiah, we probably need to let be official, right? The official, the official reason for the podcast tonight is to remind everyone the gathering is coming up.
Yes, this Friday and Saturday, 24th, 25th.
Right.
We've got, I believe it's 20 bays. There's 30, I believe it was 37 live fire companies that are doing live fire ranges. From Barrett doing the mile to you name it, Glock, Smith & Wesson. All the big names, small names, rugged suppressors are going to be out there. And we've also got, what they call quote-unquote vendor village. Tons of smaller companies, companies that make magazines to companies that make optics, different things will be there as well, show off their stuff. Be a good time. It's open to the public. That is what it's geared towards. Media come as well, but it's geared towards the public. So sort of a version of SHOT Show range day for you to be able to go out there and have a good time and shoot instead of just seeing it at NRA or wherever you may go at your local gun store. You'll be able to get to shoot it, and a lot of full auto stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely, very cool. I don't get to do SHOT Show anymore, but to me, I enjoy going to these smaller events. So
you could if you wanted to.
I could. Honestly, I have to go do some. I got to go do some van stuff when SHOT Show's happening.
Year.
So I've got to make money. I've got to make money to pay for the gun stuff. It's like,
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, one of these days, PSA is gonna come on board and sponsor my entire life, but we're working on that deal right now. It's some serious negotiations. Not really. I don't want anyone to actually believe that, but no. And we did see you at SHOT Show because Walther came over to the booth.
Yes.
So
last year we got a lot more in depth. This year we didn't. This year was a lot crazier than last year. Last year I was able to walk you through the different products, but this year was nuts at the booth. So, but we did
bananas. It was bananas.
Yeah. But there was a good reason for that, because every year at SHOT Show, PSA announces 121 different product lines.
This year it was 123.
Okay, Patrick, we're getting to it. Oh boy. Here we go again. Okay, Patrick is not waiting for anything. Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. This is what
everybody.
This is really the big product announcement at SHOT Show, the STG. Walter, I don't know, Walter. I'm going to let you speak on your reaction to finding the STG over there.
Well, I mean, I have a history with that thing in his hand there. I don't know if we want to talk about that history, but
yeah. So all right. So HMG, it was
Hill and Mac Gunworks.
Hill and Mac. Yep.
So I believe they've got. I don't know the exact number, but they have some pre-orders. That the first X number. Let's say, one is yours. I'm just going to pull a number and say, let's say they have 333 pre-orders that they've got. Those will be filled first. Those will be filled first with their logo and everything on it, and then everything after that will come out as PSA.
Okay, so that's official. Cool. Yeah, Walter was talking about how you guys were gonna fulfill the orders that Hill and Mac already had.
We're gonna send them to Hill and Mac.
Oh, you are.
Hill and Mac. I actually got a statement from them that I posted on AR15.com. And this is a summary of that statement, but they are going to fulfill it themselves with their logo and everything on it, and then the rest is PSA.
That's really good. That's actually really good news. You don't see that a lot in the industry. Well, if someone comes out with something cool and someone else takes over, right?
If PSA picked it up and the people and Hill and Mac vanished, it would not be a good day for PSA.
No, not at all.
That would not be good public relations. So.
PSA is too big. They're too big to vanish. Yeah. I mean, they're not like Credit Suisse, or Silicon Valley Bank.
Yeah. With the SVB.
Billionaire and oh man, that was nothing but millionaires and billionaires and people who are donors to campaigns. It pisses me off very much.
Well, listen, there are a lot of people out there. In all seriousness, there's folks out there who come up with stuff, right? Really cool ideas, but bringing that to actual fruition, not so easy. right? And they wind up going out of business and stuff like that. And even if things change hands, it doesn't often go down this way. Like if I've seen PSA step into things before, you guys take over responsibly and all of that, and and then Hill and Mac are actually with you guys, right? They're
just Mac is.
Oh, just Mac. Okay, all right. So there you go. So people would know exactly where to find him anyway.
Yep. Yeah, we brought him. He is an engineer for. I guess he's technically JJE Capital.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Now Lola is reminding me that I'm very rude, and I did not. Obviously, everyone knows about Josiah. We got to introduce Cameron here to everyone out there. So Josiah, I don't know if you want to do it or Cameron just wants to jump in.
He can take care of himself.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
Cameron, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Cameron Tapler. I've been with the company 7 years next month now. So been along with this ride with Josiah and Jamin and everybody for a while. But I am officially, my title now is called brand manager. So I kind of handle PSA, the rifle division is like brand and vision going into the future. So I previously ran manufacturing for 3 years. Before that, I ran QC for 3 years. So I've kind of done a lot of different jobs at PSA. And now I really took over the AK line about 5 years ago and revamped it to what it is today. So, when I was running QC, we had about 20 AKs on the website SKU wise, and now we have almost 600. And so that was a lot of like my brainchild. Like, I just dive in and I got obsessed with the AKs, and I see what people are doing on social media, and I see what people, I see our Facebook groups and the forums like, hey, I'm buying your gun and I'm sending it to go get chopped to get a 14.5 barrel pin welded on it. So I was like, well, why don't we just offer that from the factory? And so that's kind of like the way I think and the brain thinks. So, one of the first projects I kind of, I did the AKs, and now like at SHOT Show, we announced our Saber line, which is our higher end premium AR-15 line that just came out last month. And so that's what I'm holding right here. But this is kind of like my baby and my brainchild is the Saber line. And so, but yeah, I mean, essentially I'm the brand manager. So I kind of going to try and help steer PSA and the direction that the company's going as far as accessories, aesthetics, and guns, and kind of like what we're going to do going forward into the future.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, very, very cool.
So I still help run manufacturing every day. So I'm still like down there turning wrenches with my guys and helping out. But I'm trying to like take, I've got someone to kind of replace me to kind of take over the day-to-days, and I'm kind of focusing on, bigger picture stuff.
Yeah, and you still have what looks like most of your hair. So congratulations to you.
Listen, I have a lot of gray hair in my head dealing with the McCallum brothers.
Oh boy.
yeah.
No, that's McCallum singular. I'm easy to deal with. I'm easy.
Yeah, sometimes considering. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
but
sure, Josiah. Right. So listen, I know Walter and Patrick are probably the most interested. I know we have like limited time. Especially Patrick's going to be interested about the AK stuff. I know Walter as well. So go ahead, Patrick.
Things.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only a couple things. I don't know. Do we want to call it? Hold on.
Boy.
Do we call it Soviet Arms?
Yes.
Or do we call it Zenit Clone? What?
We call that Soviet Arms short rail, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I am in need of. So this is also PSA. I just finished building this whole thing. It's a Bulgarian kit that I got from Walter, sporting a lot of PSA stuff on it, if you can notice, and some Zenit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's articles and all kinds of blogs and stuff going up with this, right?
This one here, no. I would love to. If you guys do want me to write, well, we can talk about that off camera. Right. I do write. Josiah and I work together because I write for the blog as well.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a AK fiend. Everybody here can tell that I am an AK.
Same. No, I mean, so like I was telling you, like I liked AKs, but I was more of an AR guy. And then, Jamin was like so obsessed with the AK line and getting it out there and building more guns. So I just like, I had no choice but to become obsessed. And so I really just dove in head first, and now it's like an addiction. And it's like, I mean, it's crazy. Like AKs are just the craziest thing.
One question I do have that I've been wondering to myself is, somewhere at the PSA facility, is there a nice stockpile of some competitors' Russian stuff that you can look at and compare to? And If I were to stop by and definitely not steal all of it, would I find it there at the factory?
I suggest you don't acknowledge anything for Babyface B.
Patrick, that's called the library.
It's a library. Exactly. You got to have a library.
Yeah.
So I have like a secondary office connected to mine, and like in there is like stuff like this and like a lot of other stuff. And so yeah, I mean, if you come on down, I'll show you what I got in the box.
I would love to see the library because I'm a whore.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of. Okay, Walter, what are you showing off here?
Well, I'm taking an AK mag and trying to stuff an MP44 mag into it.
Oh, okay.
Make an MP44K.
The Pakistanis have done it over there, so I'm just
Oh, we're getting requests. Okay.
I'm just in the Khyber region they've done that. Yes.
Yeah.
They feed from AK mags. So.
Yeah. I wonder if PSA really knew. Like, I mean, this would be my question. Did PSA really think about what they were getting into when they started to get into AKs, and just like the avalanche of AK fandom that would come just tumbling down?
No way, absolutely. I can't imagine you guys had any clue what the fandom was like.
All right, Josiah, you can go first. No, you just opened up a can of worms. So good, Josiah. You got a sentence you want to get out. Go ahead, because I'm about to go.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, Jamin. So when we started the company, Jamin was the only reason we came out with ARs first is because it's Legos for adults. Mm-hmm. But Jamin's passion is AKs. That's when he said one time, he said someday I wouldn't be surprised if PSA would be known for AKs instead of ARs, and he's serious about that statement. I remember when he went, I believe it was he went to Kuwait. There was a 1,000-round case of ammo sitting there that he entrusted to a relative. When he came back, it was gone, and it was all shot up, and he was utterly pissed off. But Jamin has been an AK nut his whole life, so no, it does not surprise me what we've gotten into.
Yeah. Okay. So there's two things. Okay, so. Yes, the fandom is crazy, right? And I'll say this, and if I offend you guys, I apologize. But the AK person is worse than the 45 person.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
respect?
like, and so
if
like,
it's not, if the trunnion isn't forged, it's crap. It's garbage.
Yeah,
if it's not a forged trunnion, throw it away.
Or if it's like American made, right? So the biggest thing for us is like dealing with the American made bullshit, right? And I understand that we had our struggles and we did some things in the past, but like what we're doing now, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I bet you we're the biggest AK manufacturer in the world, other than some comblock country that are making them for like war. Like, I mean, we're making nearly 400 AKs a day, and I mean, I don't think anyone understands the sheer gravitude of what that means to build an AK. But at the same time, so like you have your comblock guys who just are obsessed with comblock, and like if it's not from comblock, it's a piece of shit, right? And like that's just how they think, which is, I mean, whatever, to each their own. But
no, you can call them nuts. It's okay. Patrick and Walter are both those kind of nuts. It's all right. I don't mind. I call them nuts all the time.
So I respect it, right? Because I get it, and like I understand the passion that comes with the AK side, but. When you're the new kid on the block, per se, no one wants to give you a chance. But I think that we stood there and we said, we're not going to let you bully us. We're going to keep doing what we do, and we're going to build freedom every day. We're going to build the best quality product. We're going to keep innovating, and we're going to keep coming out with the best guns, and we're going to keep putting our best foot forward. And I really, truly believe that's what we did. And now we're starting to see turn the corner a little bit, right? You still have your people that hate us, and that's fair, right? Whatever. You don't have to buy our guns. But what we're going to do is we're not going to stop what we're doing and what we stand for. And so, I feel like, like I said, the 45 guy who's like, hey, I carry a 45 because I don't make a 46. Like that's how the AK customer kind of is. But like at the same time, like it's truly it was like an exotic passion for these guys. And now we're on the scene and we're kind of like this, bigger gorilla in the room, and we're making some really nice stuff. But yeah, I mean, AKs like. They're just so unique. The LARPers, I mean, everybody like that goes with the AK side. I mean, it's a fun gun. It's a fun industry to be in. I like talking to the customers a lot just because they really, some of them talk shit, but you can talk shit back and they're not going to go post it on some forum like, oh, this guy was mean to me.
Right.
I don't know What was that?
Yeah,
I said, except for AK files, they'll post shit about you.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was telling them the other day about some of the nonsense that whoever's running the Twitter account for PSA.
Oh, dude, he's awesome.
Pure gold.
Yeah,
They're pure gold. I love it. I
awesome.
absolutely love the banter that's going on with the Twitter account.
I told Neil the other day. I said, hey, I was like, you could be spicy, but don't be too spicy.
No, it is the right level of spice right now. I love it.
Yeah.
So first of all, when did someone start running that?
They came out. So he got on Twitter probably about a month ago. Okay. So so we have a couple guys that like do like the main account, but he's kind of like the main guy, and he does the main account. But yeah, I mean, he posts some really funny stuff, and like he goes back and forth with people too, and it's funny. Yeah. You know, I mean, if people are talking,
in people's comments and whatnot, like it's actually pretty funny.
We should get him on because I remember asking Josiah this question, and I know I'll get back to the AK thing here, but I remember asking Josiah who was running. Where did Josiah go? Who was running the? And he dips out right at this moment. Oh, okay, there he goes. Yeah, I remember asking you who was running the Twitter. Because I think for a while you didn't have anyone running the Twitter, so now you got someone. Oh, cool. Okay, we need to get we should get him on the show at some point here. Yep. If he wants to show his face, he might not want to show his face. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
think he'll be cool with it. We'll ask him.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I mean, we all like I'm in the shop, so I'll like send him a picture and be like, hey, post this, or he'll come out and he'll just take pictures of what's going on and stuff. But he's a good dude.
Yeah. So we got like a couple of seconds here, but I really do want to get back to the whole AK thing. You know, this is like
I got some comments too on it. Too.
Yeah, this is the biggest point where me and Walter and Patrick, well, really Walter and Patrick get mad at me because I'm not traditionalist about anything. But these dudes, man, do not mess with their sacred, sanctified,
just
Kalishnikov.
I think Walter is.
Before you start talking for me, let me tell you my thoughts on
we got like 10 seconds here. We got like 10 seconds. Okay, go ahead. You got 9 seconds to say what you got to say.
No, I got more than 9 seconds worth of talk, so yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come right back with Walter.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms.
All right, so yeah, let me just get to some comments here too before we get everything. We go back to AKs and Walter gets to have his say. And let me see here. Okay, Jen Champ Jr. says, this is the Cameron. Don't forget the customer support you did on the side, Cameron. You helped me multiple times, so that's from Jen Champ Jr. There you go. And DCG44. Yeah, DCG44 says, end gun discrimination now. Okay. Good luck! The number one thing that gun guys like to do is argue about what guns deserve to exist and don't exist, and calibers and all that. So good luck. Good luck with anyone trying to end that. Okay, Walter Keller, go for it. Go.
Okay, so here we go.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys make really good stuff, okay? What happened when Americans started trying to make AKs at first? They tried to do it cheap. Cheap. Let's investment cast stuff. Let's get it done fast. We know how to do it better. Well, look, we fucking went to the moon. Build rockets. We build bombers. We build. The AK is not a complicated gun. You just have to have the right metal and machine it correctly and heat treat it correctly, and boom, you got a trunnion. You can't cut corners. You can't try to, make it out of some metal that you're going to get 50% cheaper. You got to do it right. I mean, look at the Poles do it, the Russians do it, the Romanians do it, the freaking North Koreans do it. If the North Koreans can do it, anybody can do it, to be honest with you. So it's just a matter of making it the right way. And the Americans started off and they tried to cheap it out, and it didn't work.
It's not like making an AR, right? It's not the same thing.
Well, an AR, you got to do the right materials on an AR too, or it'll explode.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, that's true.
But, I mean, you try to cheap out an AR bolt. That AR bullet, that pressure is tremendous inside there. You try to cheap it out, you're going to have a bad day. So
well, yeah, just like
that's
people
what-
they instead of 7075 aluminum on the uppers and lowers, they'll do 6061. I've seen a lot of shitty stuff happen with
Yes.
that.
Back,
Yeah,
I remember
I mean-
back post Sandy Hook, when there was a massive run on guns. The Obama administration, Sandy Hook just happened.
Yep.
They were talking about banning everything.
2013.
A lot of people got into the industry and like, I'm going to make a killing off of ARs, and they 6061.
Yeah, SHOT
They were on the
Show.
Hill-
ahead,
they were
Walter.
on the Hill- They were on the Hillary plan. Hillary was going to get
Yeah,
elected. Remember
yeah.
that?
And
And they were going to like Springfield Army jumps into the AR-15 market.
Yeah.
Right.
There was
before the
dudes at
election.
SHOT
I'm not-
Show there were dudes at SHOT Show that were doing gun cleaning. They were making ARs.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean,
you got
Everybody
if
was
you
going to
went
be
to
an
SHOT
AR.
Show, you saw that. Yeah.
Everybody was going to be
But-
an AR-15 millionaire. You know,
There
and
were a
what
lot of
happened-
companies, these smaller companies that cut a bunch of corners, and then
Mm-hmm.
people realized, well, you really can't cut a corner on that part or that part because that part's important. Wait, actually, the entire thing's important, and it was engineered that way for a reason. It's not just we could cut a corner here and there.
Yeah, it's a culmination of the parts put together.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I must say, we do see. So sometimes when you see inferior metals being used, just like with AR, things blow up. But just be careful with 300 blackout and a 5.56. Seen that happen more than once, and it turns out that it wasn't the PSA rifle.
Wasn't your
that-
gun?
Yeah.
It wasn't your
made
gun?
of Chinese material. It was a 300 fucking blackout in a 5.56. That
I
blew
love
your gun up.
the
So
first comment that happens is, "Oh, it's a PSA. What do you expect?" And then they bring it in, and it's like, and the Twitter guy who was like, "Yeah, this wasn't a PSA problem. The dude put the wrong caliber in the gun. That's the problem."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just like the daggers. The daggers a couple weeks ago, they were like posting all over there, oh, be careful with your daggers, it's going to explode. Well, the guy was shooting a ported barrel in a close slide, and so the bottom of the gun blew.
That's the one.
And he posted it on.
Ported
The
barrel
guy
with
came
a
on.
close slide.
Yeah, the guy like tried to come at us on Twitter, and Neil was
Yep.
like, "Oh, not today. Here's the picture." And here's the post.
The turnaround is glorious because everybody, I think pretty much 95% of Twitter was like, oof, they smoked that guy.
A little bit of advice before you jump straight to the internet when something happens. You might want to run that footage past a couple of your buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go
my
straight. Don't go straight to the internet with it. But
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, PSA, but with my stuff, like my 50 caliber upper, I get people, your gun doesn't work, your upper doesn't work. And I said, did you build the lower yourself? Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's why it doesn't work, because the pinholes aren't drilled right for the hammer. And if the hammer doesn't come all the way 90 plus degrees past, it won't. My gun won't go off, and a lot of other guns won't go off either. And you were right. It's like, yeah, I know it was right.
yeah, a big one is reloading too, right? Or people loading their own.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Manufactured
yeah.
ammo.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All the damn time.
Yeah.
Blow
But
shit up,
the thing I think though about AKs, and I'm trying to think, like, really, are the 1911 guys who is a crazier like fan of their particular platform? Is it the AK guys, the 1911 guys, the Glock guys? Who's the crazier?
I would
It's
say
the
AK.
It's the AK,
gun.
hands down, hands down. I'm telling you, hands
Yes,
down.
I agree.
It's the AK guys. I've been I help run like the Facebook groups, like that guy was saying. I probably helped them out, but I'm there communicating with the customers all the time. Like I'm telling you, it's the AK customer. But I love them. I love them. I wouldn't want them any other way.
Yeah. And one of the things
I frequent that group, so I get to see all the crazy stuff that people are asking.
And one of the things I think too is, if you think about it, so in America, right, AKs, other than, like we were talking about, there were companies that were jumping on that, doing that. You had like AK gurus that were building AKs, and people have like certain expectations and all that coming around for their AKs. So I think, getting into that field, you guys did okay. I think you got, well, how much static did you get from jumping into the AK thing? Because all of a sudden it was like, I don't know, I went to SHOT Show, and I think the first time, how many AKs did you guys announce at that SHOT Show? It wasn't one or two or three, it was like a whole bunch. But it went from, let's say it was 10 or 12, it went from that to like you said, like 300-400, I don't know.
So we went from like 20 different SKUs to 600 now, and that's across multiple calibers, multiple barrel lengths, like all across the board. Bringing back a lot of the 100 series style guns, bringing back some clone-ish type guns. I think like shit really started hitting the fan when we started doing kit builds. So like, we started during COVID, a lot of people were buying AKs because the 5.56 ammo was like, hard to get, or it was crazy expensive, but 7.62 by 39 was still affordable. And so like during COVID, it was like, we couldn't keep enough AK. We couldn't build enough. And so, we were just building them and building them and building them. And so then after COVID hit and things started slowing back down, we started doing kit builds. And, we acquired a bunch of Romanian kits, a bunch of Russian Tula kits and things like that. And we started doing that. Well, then we started pissing off a lot of the people that did it like on the side as like gunsmiths and building that stuff off, which I understand they felt like we were like stepping on their toes. But, at the same time, we were just trying to build affordable guns the common man can afford. That's what we do for a living. And so, we took the kit builds and now we're building RPK kits, Russian kits, Tula kit, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of hate started coming when we started getting into the kit builds. We got hate in the beginning for being an American-made AK, and then it kind of tapered off, and then the kit builds came, and then now that really brought out some more wolves, and then that started tapering off now, and now, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anybody on the AK side that's doing more for the AK community than PSA has been for the last 3 years. I think without us, that the AK community would be struggling right now. I'm not saying that in a cocky way. I'm just that's like an honest statement. I feel like, we went all in on the AK side.
I think there's a trend that happens with these sorts of things where you get the naysayers and then it tapers off and then you get the baseline. Because I remember we're in 2023, 10 years ago, 11, 12 years ago, Reddit gun deals, when people would post PSA stuff to it, they'd be like, oh, don't shop there, they got problems with this and that. And that's pretty much tapered off now. You post something about, you see somebody post like a dagger deal or something, everybody's like, oh shit, I gotta go get that. They don't even complaints, nothing.
Yeah, I've been all over the country. I've seen lots of people carrying daggers and different things you guys make. Go ahead, Walt. Sorry.
The deals I've seen lately, I were like, I was like, this, that, and the other for this price. I paid $99 for one frame. I can get 2 frames for $99. It's like,
I've had to put my credit card away multiple times.
I've almost pulled the trigger so many times, but I have this. Every time I look at it, there's another striker fired type gun appear at my place. It's like,
This is the part that amazes me. I never thought we would have a possibility of being known as a pistol company. I mean, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. I think it's neat.
That dagger rocks, man. I tell you what, we shot that thing. I mean,
it ate everything we put in it.
And I bought one myself, and I tell anybody, you can't hardly build one for what you got to sell them for. So.
Yeah. No, and I think what we did, we took the same approach we did with the ARs, and we did like, hey, we're an AR build it yourself kind of company. Well, we took that approach and brought it to the pistol side, right? I mean, and that's what, again, making it affordable for the common man. Like, instead of you buying a gun and then having to go buy a different slide or send it off to get it cut out and do all this stuff, we said, hey, just buy this slide. Buy your frame, multiple color options, multiple cuts for your optic, like all different stuff, ready to go. You just slap it together.
Yeah. Look at the rock. I think we recently put up a video on Utreon that I've been forgetting to talk about, but we put up a rock video. Well, we did a 5.7 video on Utreon. So we were shooting, the FN 5.7, the Ruger 57, and the rock. And we had like 2 of each of those things. That's amazing. But that's all from, I think you guys have, like money is a big part of this, believe it or not, right? And maybe you guys don't talk about this a lot, but PSA is, to me, the biggest company in the firearms industry that people don't know about.
We're the 800-pound gorilla in the room.
Yeah, you guys had the ability to put a lot of money into that. You had the passion that goes behind it. I remember when you introduced the AKs, for example, you had a lot of very passionate guys over there, not just yourself, Cameron, that were all about these AKs and like just as passionate as the folks out there that want to buy the AKs. So I think the passion, the money, the machining, probably the IP and all these kinds of things that you guys are acquiring, when you put all that together, this is kind of like what happens. This is the
it isn't cheap to do, but at the same time, like, we are a bunch of gun guys, right? Like we love what we do. Like we like every morning I come in and I bring up, we have a production meeting with Jamin and some of the other people, and we're in there and like I bring up a new gun or a new thing. I'm like, hey, we should do this, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. And a week later, it's in stock on the website, right? Like, I mean, like that's literally how quick things happen. But like that's because we're a bunch of gun guys, and like the guys in the shop, they're like, hey, why don't we put this furniture on an AK with this like cheese grater and do it like this? I'm like, yeah, let's make it a SKU. Let's go get a picture of it. We'll put it in stock today at the 4:30. We'll run it on the daily deal email, right? And like these guys that work even on the shop floor that are building the guns, they care about what we do. And they like what we do, and they're we're just a bunch of gun freedom loving guys building guns.
Yeah, just some good old boys.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, building freedom. That's what we like to do.
Yeah, Jade Grew wants to know if there's a strange 20 code at PSA. I know Lola probably can put some codes or links in here. I don't know if I don't think we do have a
coupon codes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We don't, and there's actually a reason behind that. We get that question quite a bit, and just so customers know, so the reason why we don't do coupon codes is it all goes back to my brother's vision of wanting everybody to get the same low price on the same firearm. If there is a coupon code, we put it on the website. Oftentimes you'll see it with like a Vortex optic mixed with like a Vortex mount. You put in Venom, and you get it for, like ridiculously low pricing. So if ever there is a coupon code, my brother wants everybody to see it and everybody to get that same low price. So he tries to stick away from like exclusive coupon codes given out to X influencer or whatever. So that's kind of his.
Yeah. And I think as Walter was talking about, there's ridiculous deals out there. Patrick talks about those. Yeah. Walter talks about those. Myself,
you get a rock and a dagger and a bag and 10 mags for like $6.99.
Yeah.
Or you get an AR and a dagger.
Get your toilet chair and sit down in front of the computer. Take off your what is that? The screening thing on there. Your
Walter, yeah.
Yeah, what's that screen thing that you had on, Walter, when you were trying to get the dagger?
What's that?
What was that you had on when you were trying to get the dagger, and then every time you try to pay for it,
the ad blocker was on.
Oh, ad blocker, yeah.
and I was like, son of a bitch, go! And it's like...
Yeah. Take that off and sit back. Okay, but so listen, let's talk about if we want to. I don't know if these guys got AK out of their system, but what's the stuff that Patrick and Walter that you guys want to see in AK, or from the PSA guys, what's the new stuff that's out that we could show people?
AAC. I'm looking for next. I'm looking for the furniture that's coming out, and then I'm looking for AAC's 54539, 76239. That's my focus.
I'm old school. I love the Type 56. It's all right.
Yeah.
Chinese.
Okay.
Nothing better than a bayonet.
Didn't you guys make some Type 56 spiker builds?
Yeah, we have them.
Yeah, Walter, they have spikers
right now. Yeah. And you guys were selling the parts too for a while too, I think.
So right now, I mean, the spiker is a much harder. I mean, AKs are hard to build, right? I know we talked about it's easy to get the right idea for the metal and the metallurgy and all that stuff, but actually putting it together and assembly, and it takes a little skill versus a Legos like an AR. So the spiker is a little bit more of a difficult gun to build. We actually baby that a little bit more. We do a Cerakote on that finish, and so that kind of shows a lot of like imperfections on like the casting marks and stuff on like the gas block and stuff. So we actually go through and we hand polish like all of the parts, the receivers, and buff them all out and clean them up. And so it's just a much longer of a process. So like you can't build what the demand is right now, but yes, we are building Type 56s. And then we also are doing, we have the blonde wood on the Type 56 right now, but we will have a redwood version here shortly. We will have a non-spike version here shortly after that as well.
Oh, very cool. Jen Champ Jr. says, my wife hates PSA, just saying. Yeah, don't let her look at the bills. That's the solution for that. There's this thing called hypnosis.
Yeah,
you got to use hypnosis. Don't let your wife see the bills. Walt, go. You had a question.
No, I was just saying you were talking about the Cerakote finish and polishing. The Chinese just did a basic military blue on their guns, and you see you see all that casting marks, and you see all that stuff. And
you're right. So talking about the point about the AKs though, with the AK customer, right? We have to do two crowds, right? We have to do the entry level crowd that came in from an AR, and then we have the purist crowd. So we have to try and please both, right?
Yeah.
And so if we did a blued finish, we would get returns on it for people saying there's blems all over it because they would see the casting and the imperfections. So we just went with the Cerakote finish and suck it up and just deal with it.
Yeah. Now see, you're dealing with those prissy AR guys too. that
Yeah,
like their colors, and they like their colors, and they like all their stuff, their little attachments on their M-lock and all that stuff.
Listen, let me tell you something. You know what sells the best on the AK line is an AK that looks like an AR.
Exactly.
Thank
you.
That is the most popular. That's the most popular AKs we sell. It looks like an
Hurts
AR.
my brain.
And personally, myself, I'm like,
You have one.
So yeah. Patrick is talking. Listen, if the Russians have it in Spetsnaz, it's okay by Patrick. Let me just explain that to you. Okay, this is where these guys are looking. If I don't know what's the Chinese Spetsnaz. Oh, here we go. Someone's gonna tell. Someone's gonna tell me. Yeah, exactly. Patrick is talking. It hurts his brain.
No,
Walter's
when I think
really old school.
they look like an AR, I think of the guys that put the like the side folders with the AR tube on the back and an AR stock, and that's what.
But they, but they do look sick. They do look sick.
They do, and they probably shoot really well. Looking at it, it probably shoots great.
Even the Russians have ditched that M4 style shit on the back of their guns. They did that for a while too, and they've ditched all that now. So.
Okay,
that's just my opinion.
Okay, I'm going to use the bully pulpit here and speak for the modernist dudes out there. When are we getting a bullpup AK-1? Okay, can we get it? Can we get a bullpup?
Thank you.
See how it got quiet?
Can we get a bullpup AK-2? Can we get some integrally suppressed stuff? That's what I want from AAC. That's what I want.
Go over to Ukraine and buy one of their Yuki ones.
Oh yeah, good advice.
One of those, bring it over.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's called.
So we had a conversation. We had a conversation about 3 months ago when the whole pistol brace stuff was going on, right? Because our AKV was our most popular selling AK. Mm-hmm. And so, and it's a pistol. So we were like, well, what if we tried to make it into a bullpup, bring the barrel in a little bit more? And I tried to mock one up in paint, and I was like, this thing is freaking hideous. I cannot do it.
You didn't go far enough.
I cannot sell this.
Shame on
I'll email you the picture, Hank, after this, and I'll show you.
Don't start none if you don't want none.
Like.
Send it to me. Send it. I want to see it.
One word, Groza.
Oh, well.
Groza is the only proper bullpup. That's it.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Groza, Cameron? Can we get a Groza? I'm okay with that.
That's
no.
What would happen was, I mean, I love the things, but I'm a lefty. I'm a lefty. I pick up left, so
go right in your face.
You can't do that with an AK bullpup.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. Listen, we're taking a break. We're coming right back.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
We gotta if there was ever a chance, if there was ever a time, if there was ever a company that can build an AK, I honestly don't care. Well, that can build a bullpup. I don't care if it's an AK. Or what kind of bullpup it is. PSA is that company that can do it and make it happen.
He's begging. He's in begging.
Listen, I will say it's on the whiteboard.
Okay, cool. And by the way, I have a 545 bullpup AK. I have one.
Hank has a ton of bullpups. I've seen them.
Yes,
it's amazing.
I do. You need to bring Cameron the next time you come. Bring Cameron with you. When you come
I have to get a permission slip from my brother to bring him. That's the problem.
Oh, right, because someone's supposed to be working.
Listen, I'll tell you this. I've been in the same manufacturing building for 7 years, and I probably left for lunch 4 times.
Oh, wow.
You need to force him out.
Yeah.
I don't know how Cameron got the SHOT Show this past year. He was only there for 2 days, but he actually made it to SHOT Show.
I was there for literally 48 hours. I landed Monday night and I left Thursday morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah. So Armament and Axes gave us $5. He says, "Do you all know the spirit of the bayonet, kill, kill, kill military training in the 80s?" Is that a song or something like that? Here, let me put it.
I don't know what that is.
Walter, you're the bayonet expert around here. The spirit of the bayonet. I'm guessing that's some kind of song or something like that.
No, I never, not familiar with that one. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
so, and PSA is making bayonets also, by the way. Did we? Are you guys? Are you guys? Oh, I don't know.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Are you guys
Why
planning
are you
on
making these things up?
make some
On the
bayonets?
spot,
I don't
making
know.
all this trash up.
Hold on. Listen, my job now is to push PSA forward into 2023 and 2024. I got some cool shit coming. Okay, that's all I got to say. And it might not all be gun related.
Oh. Oh. Walter, you're liking that. Uh-huh.
all right.
More
the merrier, you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, good.
There you go.
One of each.
Okay.
Bulgarian and I think
Okay.
Romanian. These might both be Bulgarian.
I'm not a
Yeah.
snob
Yeah.
when it comes to gun stuff, so.
Yeah.
I am waiting very patiently for what I hope to be another run of the H&R. This is off of AKs. The Harrington and Richardson M16A4 lowers. I am hoping eventually another run of those happen because I have an A4 that I just built, and the H&R would look awesome replacing my home milled receiver.
Yes, they will be coming. Right now, they're selling a lot of. So we went through a period of selling a lot of parts, the stripped lowers, stripped uppers, and whatnot. And now they're selling complete rifles. But yes, H&R will eventually get back into.
So that A4 I just built 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I was just googling around. I had no idea you guys. Well, I knew you guys owned H&R, but I had no idea that you guys had an H&R A4 and a A4 like marked, or maybe it's an A2 marked one. But either way, I was like, man, that is cool. I need to get my hands on one.
Yeah, those guys.
Go ahead, Cameron. Go.
No, those guys. So the HR, Mike from Nodak Spud came down, and he's kind of spearheading that HR thing. But he's very meticulous on the product, right? And so they're in there, buffing stuff, they're cleaning stuff off before anodizing. They're sending it out. Gets gray anodized on a lot of this stuff, so they're sending it out. And if they don't like the way it looks, they fail it. They send it back to get it done. So it's it's only the best. Literally, Mike is so passionate about what he does and cares so much. He will not settle. He hates even selling the Blem rifles. The Blem rifles, he hates them. He hates it.
I'll throw this in the Hank, so you can pull it up. This is in the Discord show.
Oh,
links.
Discord. Okay. What about the?
So I'm sorry. It's a Harrington and Richardson M16A1 lower, but it uses the original A1 H&R logo with the lion. It is the freaking coolest thing. I'm eventually going to have to get one because it looks awesome.
This one right here.
Yeah, right there at the bottom.
Okay, hold on. What do I? Here we go.
Just go over one picture to the logo and zoom in on the logo because it looks super cool.
Go to this one.
Yeah, click on that and make that one bigger.
Yeah, let me go sideways here. See if that. No, that's not opening it up.
It's not great.
Big. I can't get it. Yeah,
but yeah, it's got the old lion on it. It says H&R. It's really neat. Property of U.S. government. It's cool.
What about the? Didn't H&R do those break open things also? What about those? Are we gonna get those or can I?
Is that the shotgun you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they have? Yeah. You can get a whole bunch.
They did. They had revolvers. They had shot. Those shotguns weren't. I believe they were the cheap Chinese ones. They were like the ones for like $100 to $200. The shotguns.
Yeah, you remember you used to be able to get those like in Walmart, and you had a whole bunch of different calibers and stuff like that.
The H&Rs that used to have at Walmart and Kmart were all American-made ones. The old school ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember my brother was collecting the living bejeebus out of those.
They're awesome.
Those are really
They're
popular.
simple and they work.
Yeah.
Walter has one in the somewhere hidden away.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's any chance of those coming back. I know those are very popular. Those are good survival type things.
If I'm not mistaken, during the Freedom Group period, they had some shotguns and some different stuff. They were cheap Chinese made.
Like dudes were doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, they cheapened out towards the
Look at that! Boom, right there. Come on.
This is a Metakonski. This is no Chicom.
Later in their life, they went to Chicom.
Oh, they did?
Importing them. Yeah,
it
was right before they went under.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Walter, how old is that gun?
I don't. Let me see here.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
my
know
brother.
exactly.
I'm pretty sure he still has a bunch of these.
I got this from
Uh,
Hank actually. But this is Ilion, New York, so this is
It's American.
Did you get that from me or from my brother? Weren't you? Because
from you, man. Mom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there was a there's a bunch of different ones of those. Those are really cool, man. And those are like there's some states that give you a hard time, all kinds
And
of
there's
different
only
things.
one thing. Well, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things I want, but another one thing that I want. H&R and AAC used to do a handy rifle. That was the 300 Blackout H&R AAC.
Okay.
One day, if those ever came back out, I would own at least one, if not a couple, because they were so cool. Never got one.
DCG
Yeah, so all the things you guys are talking about,
right?
There's whiteboards all over the company. I'm sure Jamie would love to have an H&R revolvers and all these things. It wouldn't surprise me if it's in the back of his mind for the long-term future, but nothing right now. But none of that's off the board.
Some SHOT Show, there'll be a SHOT Show, and trust me, that'll be one of the 300 things that gets announced at SHOT Show. And
this is an H&R, so
yeah, little tiny thing.
Yeah.
What caliber is that?
Is that 32?
32 Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, I have one too from my grandfather. He was military police, and I got it from my dad.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, this was this is probably 100+ years old. So.
Yeah.
I kind of wish, like, when my brother was telling me, "Oh, you need to get a bunch of these," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever, I'll get to it."
The handy rifle, the 300 Black handy rifle. I remember looking at them. They were $250, $300 sometimes, and I was like, they'll be around. They'll be around. I'll grab them when I'll get it later. I'll get it later. And then they stopped producing them, and I was like, what? I want one, and now I can't find one.
Yeah, I did that with 7 and 6.
$1,000 on Gunbroker right now or something.
Yeah, they pull a crazy high number.
I have a question. I don't know if you guys can answer it. The ATF changed the serial numbering requirements for new manufactured stuff, and it requires putting like license numbers into your serial number, and it ends up being this freaking serial number like this. But I see other people haven't doing it. So this, I mean, is that a variance? Is that a
that would be we have a compliance team. They would handle that. I submit information to them for variances. Oh, I'm going to do a plug on the GOA lower here in a minute.
Yeah,
but
we got to do that.
That's all right. Within the past 30 days, I submitted a variance for a GOA lower, and we didn't have anything special to do with the they shot back to me and said, "Hey, we got to redo serial number for XYZ reason." That was within the past 30 days.
I used to just do serial number. I had a serial number range that I just kept using, and then there was something that came out recently that said you got to have part of your license number in the serial number, and I'm like, what? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to double back on that and see. I don't know if you guys can look into it. We'll have to, because I think I did hear something like what Walter's talking about, but I don't know that actually became a rule, right? Yeah, I'm not sure if that became like an
because
actual
it'd
rule.
Be hard to do an AR serial number, and it's like you got to have 2 lines of numbers.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, I used to do compliance back in the day. I think I probably would have heard something about that, but I don't. I mean, I think I remember hearing something, but I thought it was especially a part of like gunsmithing. Like if you did an after service to it, you had to do something like that.
Or was it? Well, was it? There was something like that came out for the Polymer
specifically
80s.
for privately made firearms. If you have to serialize a privately made firearm and then ship it. Serial number must begin with the licensee's abbreviated federal firearms license number. Blah, blah, blah. So
that's what I'm saying. I think it's for. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's for like people like not 07s, like building freedom every day.
Okay, all right.
Or if you come across that, I think. Yeah, I think if you come across it as an FFL or something, you're supposed to do all that. Which basically FFLs are just going to go no.
All right.
Don't mess with it.
I'll look more into it, but that clarifies it because we did some side plates, some 1919 semi-auto side plates, and there was plenty of room to do it, and we stuck it on there. But I didn't like it. I was like, oh,
it's weird. It's weird. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah, Armament and Axes doesn't like my my Jen Psaki style. We'll have to circle back to that. Come on, man. Come on. You know, they don't own circling back. And Chen Champ Jr. says, how is PSA dealing with the brace bullshit?
Okay, so we've got.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk for a minute on that. I think there's two really good cases out there. Frac, which we're a member of. We helped found. It's us and some other industry partners. We've spent a lot of money and fighting this, and it's in the eighth circuit, I believe, right now. It's in the 8th circuit, and that one is that one, and then the one in the 5th circuit, which is CMMG's filing. Those two, in my opinion, are most likely to get a stay out of it. So we're just waiting to hear right now. I don't know exactly where both of those are at, but we filed with FRAC, and then CMMG filed in the 5th. So hopefully we'll get a stay on that one. But we are pumping money into that.
Yeah,
and
speaking
of it, let's pump. Hey Hank, I just sent you an email with a link to our GOA lower.
Is it this one?
That is it right there. So yes, so we have partnered with GOA. We used to do the roundup with a different group, but we changed it to GOA because they are genuinely fighting for your Second Amendment right. Right.
Amen to that.
And so it's a GOA roundup, and so now we just launched the Sheepdog 15 lower. $10 from sale of each lower is going directly to GOA. It's not a limited run. This is something we're going to offer in perpetuity from here on out.
Oh, cool.
It has Stephen Williford if you wonder who's on there and who's the sheepdog, Stephen Williford is from Sutherland Springs, Texas. In 2017, I believe it was one of the church shootings. He was across the street, and his daughter's basically, I'm going to try and sum this up, just a quick summary. His daughter said, "Hey, Dad, I hear what I think are gunshots." He jumped out of his bed when they found out it was gunshots. He was barefoot, and he loaded. It was like 5 rounds of magazine, threw it in his AR, went across, called the guy out, engaged him, and shot him. And then he commandeered a vehicle, went after the guy, and the guy ended up offing himself in his vehicle as he was running away. But Stephen, no doubt, saved a lot of lives by drawing that guy out. So they call him the sheepdog. And on that lower is BFD. It's not a big effing deal. It's Barefoot Defender is what he is called. Because he ran across the street. He was in bed, and he hopped up out of bed, loaded a couple rounds of mag, and ran across the street. So that's why they call him the Barefoot Defender.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we all remember that story.
He works for GOA, and that's what this lower is geared towards. Is him and what he did, and in honor of him. And but $10 from every lower goes to GOA.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Whoever's updating the site is on top of it, because if you go to PSA PalmettoStateArmory.com and just type in GOA in the search bar, it takes you straight to that lower. So somebody has already linked it up. That is pretty clever.
Yes. I'm a fan of Palmetto State Armory. I'm also a fan of GOA. So those two things combining, being able to get this lower. I also collect lowers.
Yeah, you need to get your.
I mean, who doesn't out there collect lowers? I don't even know how many lowers I have, to be honest with you guys. But yeah. So this is awesome. This is an awesome lower to be out there. You know what you guys should sell along with this? You should sell ready-to-go magazines, preloaded magazines. You could just
30 rounds already in it.
Yeah, already loaded. You got to keep your mags loaded. No, I'm not trying to come down on Stephen Williford. I think he was definitely a speed bump. Definitely made it difficult for that guy to keep doing what he was doing, which a lot of us appreciate that out there. There's an audiobook that I'm listening to. I don't know if you guys remember that we had Larry Correia on the show. And he's an author. This is a very well-known author. If you look up Larry Correia, he did Monster Hunter and all that kind of stuff. So here is, I just started this, and I'll put it up here. Here's this book that he has out called In Defense of the Second Amendment. We were talking about that. It's out now. It's on audiobook. And in there, he was talking about Stephen Williford. So there you go. And cool. You guys remember that. This podcast was It's been around for a long time, and we were talking about that when it happened. So very cool. Kudos to PSA for doing that. And like I said, you can also sell some preloaded magazines on the side.
If you want to come and preload them for everybody, we'll sell what you load.
Come on, man! There's gotta be a machine.
We'll give you $7.50 an hour. I think that's federal minimum wage.
Oh wow!
I'm just joking.
Gee, thanks, Josiah. Thanks. Oh,
no problem, Hank. No problem.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see him around much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know if you've actually ever seen me load.
He don't load mags. Very fast.
Yeah, no, not at all. Okay, so we've got the STG. Can we talk about the STG for a little bit? Can we show it off? Yeah,
Absolutely.
You got Josiah has it there. What details? I don't know if Patrick and Walter have questions.
When? How soon can I get my hands on one?
And is this a newly? This just came off the line. What's the deal with it? What are we looking at?
This is the one from SHOT Show. This is the this is a functioning gun.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one from SHOT Show.
Yeah, we built that.
Cameron can talk in more detail on the STG. I am not well versed on this whatsoever, so I'm gonna defer to him on this one.
Okay, all right, Cameron. What can you tell us about this? And I don't know if the guys have questions.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not like the foregrown STG 44 expert here by no means. So I know Walter's probably gonna, question me on some things that I have no idea what he's talking about. So a year from now, I will be the full-grown expert. So I will challenge you then, Walter. But no, so I mean, yeah. So obviously, we got it. We acquired, some of the stuff from Hill Mac Machine, and so this one is going to be kind of unique. It's going to take AR style mags. And it's going to have like an AR-15 style bolt release or mag release button in there, and then also it does take an H&K trigger pack. So so I mean, some people have certain kinds of H&K trigger packs at home that might want to throw in there. So, but yeah, so
Huh. Okay, so
we know somebody who's got the fun pack.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, but the way that they designed it, when I put that together in the shop, so I kind of like played with it a little bit, but the way that they designed it, you could swap out the barrel from a 5.56 to a 300 blackout very easily. In there. So, if you wanted to make it a 300 blackout, you can just swap out the barrel similar to the style like an AR-15. And, they're both, one's 5/8 by 24 threads, the other one's 1/2 by 28. So, and it's 5.56. That one right there is 5.56. But I will say this, I want to get this out there too. This gun is going to be the first edition of our historic Battlefield Edition guns. It's not just the STG-44. So I want to make sure that everyone understands that. So the STG-44 is the start of that, but that line is going to have more guns in it that are a part of the historic Battlefield Edition. The goal is to kind of bring back some of these guns that our veterans and some of our forefathers stuff brought back with them from overseas, and kind of tell a story.
Okay, we're taking a quick break. Hold on.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors. So when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
Let's see. Okay, we're back here. And I know these guys have to go, so I'm going to try to wrap up the questions on this as quick as we can so we can let these guys go. I know someone's asking about calibers.
They don't have to. They choose to. We're having too much fun.
No, they've got
here.
stuff going on.
I am. Yeah, no, I just got two young kids under the age of 4, so I got to make sure I get them to bed here shortly.
Yeah.
So, but I got a couple more minutes. You're fine.
Yeah. I mean, we appreciate them coming on. We'll get them to come on again. I'll see these guys out at the gathering as well. I'll try to get some info for everyone out there on this. Calibers, and someone was saying, you said HK, can you do binary, which I'm guessing Franklin Armory has the binary HK thing trigger. So I'm guessing...
I cannot. I don't want to say yes or no. I'm assuming yes, as long as it has the same footprint as an HK trigger pack, you should be able to go, and it should just go in there.
Okay.
It's not a direct, I should say, like HK, but it's that style.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And any guesstimate timeline?
Okay.
I would
Just
say
a guesstimate.
earliest case is 2024, like early 2024, right? I mean, there's still a lot of moving parts. You know, we don't even have all the machines yet. Like, there's a lot of moving parts. So, like, this all kind of, like, unfolded very rapidly late fourth quarter. And so luckily we were able to kind of get some stuff put together to take to SHOT Show to announce it. But we just wrapped up some stuff and we're working through some, moves and where we're going to put it, what building we're going to put it in and all that stuff. Cause I mean, we're building a lot of ARs and AKs every day where I'm at. So it's hard to fit the space. I mean,
yeah, you guys need to buy more factory space in Florida. Come on now.
I've only been waiting since 17, so what's another year?
Yeah, that's right.
You need to up those facilities. I've been to the facility
like
here in
I always
Florida.
say,
We need
the
more.
Shrike took 9 years for me to get. So
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Well, Hank, that facility you saw now has an extra 80,000 square foot added on to it. So we did.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, calibers. Did you? I know you said starting with 5.56. You said, or
5.56, 300 is probably the word that I got is most likely start out with 5.56.
Mhm.
Then you've got 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, and then 8 mil curtains.
Okay.
yeah, part of the problem that Hill and Mac had when they started this project, they tried to do too much, and you can't do 4 calibers at one time. It's humanly impossible almost to do.
That's
4
why
calibers.
we're starting out with we're going to start out with one.
Yeah.
One.
Okay. I mean, I thought that Josiah or Cameron would say like PSA does humanly impossible for breakfast, but
but manufacturing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, have either of you test fired the shootable prototype?
Yeah, I shot that gun right there. I built it and shot it.
Have you fired any
put together?
Kurtz?
What's that?
Have you fired an original 8mm Kurtz STG? I'm
No.
curious how it feels, how it recoils, because the
I've shot 2
8mm
of them.
Kurtz is a pussycat. If you get a chance to shoot a real deal STG,
Yeah.
total pussycat. It is wonderful to shoot. So I
Yeah.
wonder how it shoots.
Yeah, no, I've never shot an original. I shot that one. I mean, I was like, well, I put it together. I got to be the first person to shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's remind everybody that's a heavy gun too. So
It is.
Very-
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Felt
got
recoil
some
is
mass on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Asper Warrior says I'm going to be buying a PSA C96 in the future. Some Asper Warrior.
I wish.
C96.
A broom handle Mauser.
Broom handle Mauser, yeah.
So what about the? I don't know if these guys are curious about that or not, right? What about like what's going to be stamped on it, etc. That's something. Because I know you were saying there's going to be 2 variations, right, Josiah? Like the first set you said is going to Hill and Mac. And then you guys are gonna have it. What kind of stampings and things like that are we gonna see?
That'll be determined. When production happens. But my understanding is that the guns for HMG will be stamped HMG, and then the other ones will be stamped PSA. But the feedback we got at SHOT Show was that big old Battlefield series people didn't want on there. So I highly doubt that that's gonna ever.
No big logos. No big
Yeah. No, we did that. We did that so people could understand and ask what that meant. And right, so that's what I was telling you before we went to break. It's like that's a line. It's not just that gun. And so we'll have that logo somewhere, but it's probably going to be like similar to like an AK logo where it's like under somewhere where it's not on the side and all that stuff. But, we're going to be very proud of this Battlefield line, right? And so, again, I'm not a billboard guy, so I don't want to billboard the side of a gun. But, there's going to be something somewhere on that.
Well, you mean like a street bog? You ever seen the street bog, the Grand Power street bog? It's like street bog right across the.
Yeah. You can't miss it.
Yeah, Patrick?
What else was in the Battlefield line? I didn't get a full video or watch anything about.
Yeah, I mean,
all I saw was the SCG, and my eyes went for SCG.
So Walter might want to know this so he can retire. Are you going to be making Sten guns or what's going on?
Listen, I am telling you that. So I am telling you, there's going to be some really cool shit, right? I can't disclose anything else other than like, hey, this is the tip of the iceberg. and then there's going to be a lot of
M1
stuff
carbine. I don't have one next to me.
There's-
I would play with that if I had it here.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff. I mean, we have a lot of planned. You know, Jamin is very obsessed with the World War II kind of era guns, World War I era guns, and so you know, there's.
If I ever get the opportunity to buy World War II M1 Garand, M1 carbine, long version Thompson, something like that has PSA on the side, I absolutely am gonna buy one just to like own it because it feels wrong having PSA on an M1 Garand.
Yeah, so I will say this. So my spreadsheet that I have on my computer has 36 lines under the historic battlefield tab. Now,
Cool.
not all of those are going to come to fruition, but that is kind of like our master, like, hey, here's our ultimate wish list, right? So,
Cool.
and it's all kind of like, you know, World War II, World War One, you know, early, you know, eras like that.
Yeah. Are you going to go into the 80s? I got to ask this for the gram because there's going to be people out there that are going to get mad at me. Okay, I already asked the bullpup question. There's going to be people who get mad if I don't ask this. What about the MP5? You know, it's going to...
Oh, stop.
Oh,
No?
God, the
No, no chance. Not even
Okay, so I'm going to end with the not a statement, but I'm going to end with this, and I got to hang up. My son's waiting for me. But the money that would have had to have gone into making a completely U.S. made MP5.
Patrick has his right there.
Yeah.
Yep,
the machinery and all that was extremely expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of putting our money into that, that money went into the AAC ammunition line. We spent a ton of money on all this brand new equipment. So the money for the PSA 5 went into AAC ammunition, which I think was a much better move to do.
Okay, I'll take that.
The MP5 market, there's lots of competition in it right now.
Lots of competition, and you would have never satisfied a true MP5 person. The HKers, you would have never satisfied an HKer. Ever.
Besides which, you can make an MP5 bullpup easy, so it's easy to do.
All right, guys, I got to take off.
All right, Josiah, thanks for being here,
guys.
Josiah. Cameron, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you guys at the show. I'll make sure to plug the gathering before we end the show. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you very much.
Yeah,
See you
thanks.
guys.
See ya. Okay. Big
Asking
thanks.
hard questions.
Big thanks to those guys for coming out and taking our reviews.
The MP5 market is flooded right now. So
yeah, there's a lot. I mean, what was that? You bought the POF reverse stretch, and that wasn't expensive at all, was it?
POF?
That was POF.
Not Patriot Ordnance.
Oh.
No, the Pakistani ordnance.
Oh, Pakistani, right. Yeah,
but you got those guys. You got Sentry and the Turkish guns.
Yeah,
they sold those. They were, and PSA was selling those guns for less than $1,000 before.
Yeah, it doesn't make like they were saying that. But look, I had to ask that question for the people who are going to be like, "Oh, you had PSA on, you didn't ask them about the MP5." Everybody's waiting for a $400 MP5. Well,
no,
it's not happening.
You're gonna have to go back to the 70s, my friend.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Yeah.
The STG is all worked out. That's all the hard work's been done on that already.
Now the STG, I think is going to be cool. You're liking it. You're liking it, right?
The company that does their sheet metal stampings has been at the SHOT Show every year in the manufacturer's showcase, waiting for somebody to make more guns because they did all as a stamping company. They laid them on their table, the parts and pieces that they made for it. So that's all been figured out. So PSA's just got to jump into the manufacturing part.
Yeah. No, listen, I think PSA is doing pretty good, man. I'm happy with what they're up to be honest with you guys.
Oh,
so they're doing good things. And the STG that came out at I had no clue that was.
I didn't
know
anything. Yeah.
Until you text me and showed me that picture, and I'm like, oh fuck, I ran right over there. So.
Yeah. No, they're doing some cool things. And when I go to the show, for anyone else that wants to know, you can hit me up between now and the show or whatever. And when I'm out there, I'll try to see. I don't know if they're going to have that. I think that's one of the things that we should have asked them if they're going to have the STG firing out there.
Yeah, I thought about going to the gathering, but I got too much to do. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. By the way, did you guys see this? So PSA... I'm supposed to be getting the 300 blackout, but I got this OD Green 556, so I'm gonna have to return it. That's why I haven't taken any tags off or anything. But this thing is nice, man. This is
What,
a nice.
what about the one?
This is a nice OD green. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
That's It's
I like
yeah.
it. I like it.
It's kind of that. Is that really OD or is it kind of?
I don't. It's a. What do you guys think?
And olive, it's a little more brown than
it's
OD.
it's like a
Yeah, I
brownish.
was gonna say it had.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is kind of a coyote kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, his lighting, Hank's lighting is not great either right now.
Yeah,
The
they've got a
focus
couple. Yeah, they've got a couple of different. They've got a couple of different colors. Like, so I'm getting this. I think what they call the smoke 300 blackout. That's what I was going for over there. What are you up to? Well, let's see. What are you showing off right there?
Oh, that's the MP44 bolt carrier.
Bolt.
Oh,
and
okay.
gas piston.
Yeah.
Or carrier, yeah.
Yeah, Asper Warrior says that looks brown. I don't think it's brown.
In the
Let me
camera,
see-
it looks more brown.
Let me see if
Yeah,
I
I think
can
it's the
brown-
lighting.
Let me
Yeah, I
see
think
if I
it's
can
the
go to my phone here. There you go. Is that better?
A little bit, but it's got.
Yeah, it's
That's-
it's a
has a
dark
lot
it's a
of
dark
blend.
green. It's a dark green. It's not a lighter kind of green that you might expect. So,
Yeah, it's not like the green for the Swedish K green, which is more of a it's
bright
got a more
forest.
green hue to it. Yeah.
it looks good though. Looks good to the eye. Let's see. We got some time.
Yeah, we didn't have a
James
free for all Monday, so it's free for all Tuesday right now.
Well,
Yeah, what
did
do
you
you
see
guys
where
want-
you see where PSA is selling full kits again?
Full
Because they got an
for-
injunction against the ATF.
Oh,
there
not
was-
PSA.
Polymer 80. Polymer 80.
Yeah,
Yes.
Polymer
80.
P80. Yeah, Polymer 80.
Yeah. Yeah.
Full kits, $99.
Yeah. Crump was talking about that.
I ordered
and
one.
A bunch of
I ordered one.
Oh,
I
you
had
did?
to.
Another?
special anniversary edition.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this is a full size. This is a full size one, but
Let's see. Let's take a
I had
look
to
at that.
support these guys. These guys
Yeah,
threw a lot
I
of money out in that thing. So
Oh,
I figured,
P80. Oh, Polymer 80. Man,
Yeah,
they've been fighting
yeah.
for a long time, man.
Yeah.
Mike Asper Warrior says ATF's not happy about that.
Yeah, no, ATF is big mad right now about it. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
they don't deserve to be happy.
No, screw them.
Yeah,
Fuck
they
them.
don't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Polymer 80 needs to put out a F to ATF special. You know what I'm saying? Like, just blow those things out, man. Like, get.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
with the Supreme Court ruling about the EPA not being able to do what they do, it applies to the ATF, to be honest, because it's the same stuff, and they shouldn't be. They're just. The problem is Congress does nothing. They do
That's exactly
zero.
it.
Nothing. That's like stealing their authority, and they just like, whatever, fuck me in the ass, I don't care. It's like, and that's the way people.
There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of that going
Yeah.
on, Walt.
Look
Look
I'll
at what's
take it. Bend over. Just kiss me first.
Look at what's
like that, man.
happening. Look at what's happening in New York City. These mofos in New York City are violent criminals, are getting away with things, not catching any kind of charges until they murder people. The same DA in Manhattan that's trying to indict Trump is the same
Word
guy.
is-
Do you remember the guy in the bodega who got attacked? And
Yeah,
the guy,
he put him in prison.
and someone stabbed him. He had a stab wound, and he defended himself. And that guy, the person who attacked him wound up dying. They put that guy in Rikers with a stab wound for defending himself, and never pressed any kind of charges against anyone who was trying to attack this guy. Right? There was more than just the guy who died or whatever that was trying to attack him. There was his girlfriend, all that stuff involved. This is that same DA.
Word
That's
on the
doing
street
that,
is
so-
Trump's going away tomorrow. That's what the new thing is.
I mean, look, whatever. Don't they realize that all you're doing is making him into
Blowing him up?
a martyr?
Yeah.
Now he's a martyr. Yeah.
Trump wants it. I've heard that Trump is like, he's gonna have a crew out there filming when he gets arrested. He's gonna make a big deal. He's fundraising like you wouldn't believe out of this.
I think this is better for his campaign than anything else. If they would have just
because-
ignored him and he would have just disappeared.
Now it shows how rabid they are.
Yep.
I mean, if it was a Democrat, it's just the way they are. They can't help it. They're born that way. That argument right there. And it's like,
Yeah, this is a good thing for Trump. I mean, I personally, I would like to see Trump not run and let it go, but obviously, the folks out there don't want to see that happen. So, hey, I guess they're gonna do what they're gonna do. This is some kind of like weird strategizing that they're doing. Maybe they think, that if they get Trump up there, let's say versus DeSantis or something, that Biden could beat Trump again. But I don't think so. We're not in that environment right now.
With the way shit is going right now, the country falling apart, I can't imagine Biden winning. But we haven't done anything.
I didn't imagine he's
going to
win the first time, my friend. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because he didn't win. Don't tell anyone this, but I'm pretty sure he didn't win.
And then there's January 6th, too, so,
Give me 1 second. I'm going to dial back in. My computer's giving me issues. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. That's one thing. What else is going on? Walt, tell us a little bit. You went to see the Ineos. You got some pictures, or do I need to go to the YouTubes here? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, there's a video up on YouTube. There's not video of me driving it because it was me in the car with the Ineos person. So and Peggy got to drive in her own car with the Ineos guy. So I didn't have a movie taker. And I wanted her to drive it. So she
Well, you know what, Walter? I have to say that you did not invite me. I was waiting for my invitation. Look at that! You're monetized, man. You got ads running on your thing.
You are not a deposit holder, son. You are not a deposit.
Wow!
That was only people that put down money so far. That's all that was. So.
That is cold-hearted. That's cold-hearted. Okay, thank you.
All right, just the facts, man. Just the facts.
Thank you very much for that. But you guys can see this on Dirtfoot Racing. Go over there and subscribe. Help Walter make some shekels so he can pay for this thing.
I'm getting.
Is that the white one? I'm trying to see the different colors here.
I think later in the video I scanned over. They had ammo cans painted with not ammo cans, jerry cans painted with the different vehicle colors that are available. They have quite a number of colors available.
Okay.
It was nice. I mean, I have to admit it rode nice. It handled every the situations they did, and some pretty. You roll into it and go, oh dear, that's pretty steep. Boom, down, rocking and rolling through this ditch thing, coming out a couple times. So
So
nice.
It's set up like a real overlander, a real get off the beaten path kind of truck,
it's
right?
Built. It's the drivetrain is heavy duty. Axles are heavy duty. Got that BMW. There's the BMW 6-cylinder turbocharged gas engine.
Yeah, you got to go a little slower when you go on those things.
If you want to see the colors, guys, you can go on the Ineos site and you can check out all the colors and stuff.
Right.
The light wasn't real good on the cans there, so you're really not going to see them.
Okay.
Well,
okay. It looks good though. One thing I will say is that it looks good, and I saw it in person at where did I see it? I think I saw it at Overland East. Yeah, Overland East. So Ineos is a cool truck. So you're still getting one.
I'm still. I haven't seen how much it is yet, my friend.
Let's look on.
They don't have a price. They don't have an upfront price on it.
I'm assuming they took the skid plate off here, right? There is a plate.
No, the skid plate's in the very front there.
That's it. There's no plate underneath here. Oh.
You wouldn't have one right there, Hank. You couldn't. You wouldn't have one there.
Okay. All right.
See that one in the middle over the transfer around the transfer case and stuff, and then. Yeah, I mean, it all of the vital stuff is tucked up high into the.
Okay. So you got enough clearance there. Okay.
It has real good approach angles, front and rear.
Okay.
It's built heavy duty. It's a heavy duty truck. So.
Okay. All right.
Next. They're supposed to be coming back around in the summertime.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
Yeah, I think Asper Warrior has a good point here. He said that skid plate looks identical to his H3. I kind of agree with that. It does look like a H3-ish skid plate.
They must have copied it then, like a Keltec. Come on.
But no, it looks good. I think. Listen, when I sat in it, I was like, "Oh, this feels good."
It's very comfy. The one we were driving was the one I was test driving was the Fieldmaster, which is the is the uppity one with leather seats and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Very comfortable. Very sure-footed when we were going over the obstacles. I never had this feeling or like wheels spinning or anything like that. Yeah, I hope they just don't just go. I hope it's not like buying a house. You know what I'm saying? Price-wise, that is. So,
Well,
but I think
gotta warn you, man. Nowadays, the price on
that's not an excuse. I don't buy this. Everything's expensive excuse.
Okay.
You can, there are the Americans we've been bullied into everything expensive now. We've been pushed into that without no. That's like ATF. It's like this is what you get, and you gotta like it.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to cure that is when people stop buying.
Well, ask Ford about it. Ford's having some
what's
issues
happening
right
now
now.
too.
So they have lots and lots of F-150s sitting around unbought because they're so effing expensive.
Have you seen that they're holding on to them because they don't want to flood the market? They don't want to drop prices.
Yeah. A lot of that's been going on. Like I've heard Audi and other places, the cars, they're coming in ports, and they're not picking up the cars from the ports and bringing them to the dealership, because the minute they do that, the clock starts running on those.
They got to start paying leasing. They got to start paying payments on it.
Yeah, but how long are you gonna let those things sit in the ports?
You gotta pay to have that sit in the port too.
Exactly. At some point, the port's gonna start auctioning shit.
Get that shit out of here, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna happen, man.
So hopefully
we're gonna run into that wall.
I'm driving in an 08 right now with 200,000
Suburban
miles.
Should we look up? Should we look up and see what a Suburban is going for nowadays?
They're starting at like
2023 Chevy.
Now look up a 4x4 Suburban, because the Ineos is a 4x4.
Okay, so let's
75 to 80, maybe 82.
Yeah, see right here, Chevy Suburban RST. That's 75 right there.
Yep.
Look, that looks good though. I mean, come on.
A great car.
Let me express my feelings on the new Suburbans. They went to independent suspension in the rear of the Suburban, and I don't care for that.
You are one of those people that clicks on ads, aren't you?
I don't know how the hell that happened.
You are an ad clicker. You never click the ad.
I don't know what the heck happened there.
You clicked on an ad.
Oh, okay. Oh, hold on.
It got you to the site, and then you're like, "Oh no, we don't actually have that car."
Okay, boom. Yeah, Suburban looks good. So what's your complaint, Walt?
I don't like the independent rear suspension.
I don't like the chrome. Too much chrome.
I'm not a chrome guy either, actually.
Black it out.
So
that should all be blacked out. Yeah, chrome is expensive and doesn't last. Why the hell are people still using?
That's not
chrome?
That's not real chrome. Now it's plastic.
It's shiny plastic. That's all it is.
That's shiny plastic. That ain't real chrome. I haven't seen real chrome since 1976, maybe.
Okay, Patrick. Did you see 1976?
No, but you know.
Let me give you a good business to get into.
His soul was there at 76.
And people are doing it already. Any of these big SUVs is buying them, rebuilding them, redoing them, and reselling them, because there's a big market for old school. So the guy this weekend, guy that came and picked up that big orange air compressor at my dad's shop, there's a whole story with that, but it used to be my dad's. He rolls up in this Toyota Land Cruiser that looked like it was parked underneath oak trees for 100 years. It was white with green fungus growing on it. And as soon as he rolled up in it, I'm like, holy shit, he's got a Land Cruiser. And I go to him, I said, you know how much that's worth? And he goes, yeah, people stop me on the road trying to buy it from me and everything. And I'm like, because that's what people are buying. People with money.
Yeah. Is he selling it? No, he's not selling it. Oh,
no.
Okay.
But what he says about the Toyota, he says, I could park this thing for 6 months, hop in it, fire it up, and it goes. If that was a Ford Bronco or something, he says like that, he said that thing wouldn't run. The tires would be flat. I mean, he was talking bad about the Ford.
But listen, Toyota's been selling those all over the world, man. Like, I've been all over the world and seen those freaking Toyotas out there in the deserts and the mud, and all kinds of shit. So,
that's
I'm not trying to talk bad about the Ford either, but I think they build in some things where you got to take it to the dealerships and spend money.
Well, one thing that guys tells me about this Ineos, it's got the 8-speed ZF transmission that is non-serviceable. You can't add fluid. You can't open it up. So
That's the
I'm
new
like,
thing.
Is that's BMW? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's a ZF transmission, so attached
ZF?
to the BMW engine. But
Right.
I guess when it dies at some point, you just get another one. I guess I don't know how that works, but
Ford and Chevrolet designed the 10-speed that's in my Mustang, and it's in a bunch of other things, both Ford and Chevy, and they're unserviceable. They tell you, you read in the book that you never change fluid, you never do anything. It's we'll see how long it lasts. But no, the book says you don't touch it.
And what
this
about the
transmission
computers
is-
in there?
Well, this transmission is bolted on the cars that he was saying they have 500 plus horsepower, and the Ineos is only that the BMW engine is detuned down to 250, 240, something like that.
I like the sound of detuned because that means that you could possibly uptune.
Uptuned it?
Yeah.
Well, Hank Strange, it has a turbo, so guess what you could probably put on it?
You could put that. What the hell is the name of that thing?
The box.
Box. You could put those tuner boxes on it for sure. I don't have my tuner box. I sold my tuner box to my friend Mark for a gun. Basically traded it to him because he had like some kind of what did he have, a quadrifoglio tiglio porti, something like that.
I have no idea what words you're even saying.
Alfa, yeah, he had an Alfa. Yeah, he had an
Alfa Romeo. Okay.
Quadrifoglio.
Yeah.
Tanglifoglio. Something crazy. Let me see if I can look it up. He had it, and I was like, and he was like, hey, I want that thing. I was like, okay. He had.
Did he get it put on? Did he get it tuned?
No. Guess what happened?
He wrecked the car?
Got rid of the car.
He sold the car.
Yep.
Somebody offered him money for the car. So Mark, if money goes up in something, he takes that profit.
I'm too connected to my stuff. I like my stuff.
Well, if I get another new car, I've got to get rid of some stuff because I got too many freaking cars. So, I mean, I got 2 Fiats, a Suburban.
I'll take that Fiat 500 of Barth off your hands, man.
No, that won't be the Fiat. That won't be the Fiat that goes away, though.
Damn it, Walt.
I don't really want to get. If I buy the new one, I don't really want to get rid of the Suburban. Actually, to be honest with you, because it can haul so much inside of the thing.
That old style Suburban that you have, the older body style of it looks so good. I love the look of those older ones.
And that's what I was saying. To have a business where all you do is buy and sell Suburbans, and whether it's a '68 or a 2014, it's and you refurbish them and get them all purty again, and boom, re-engine them, maybe put the newer engines in them. You'd have a good.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see that, especially as we get closer to those mandates of everything being electric. And these companies stop making it. I predict people will go into the business of buying up all these cars and trucks.
It's already happening, actually.
And selling them. So, for example, Ford's not even making cars anymore. Do you guys realize that? The only car that Ford is making from now on is going to be the Mustang, period.
Can I say
no
one
other cars
word about
in Ford's lineup?
Can I say one word about electric?
Sure.
And just think about Ukraine.
What?
Ukraine.
They're
Ukraine?
Okay,
so corruption. Are you talking about corruption? Are you talking about corruption, sex slavery?
No.
You said think about the Ukraine.
Hank Strange, what happens when you have to bug out in a path where there's no power?
No electricity?
You walking, bitch. You walking. That motherfucker walking.
Yeah. No matter what you're driving, if things get shitty, do you think you're going to be able to go get gas out of... Unless you have obviously, if you have your own gas, you're good, right?
You got a little bit of gas.
Yeah.
All I need is... Hey, you know what I need to get gas? All I need is a nice little axe and a little pan. And the first car I run across, I poke the gas tank underneath it, put my pan, and fill my tank up.
Okay. So you take the jack out. You take the jack out. You jack the car up. You're saying, then you go underneath and punch it, and then
just steal somebody's gas. Heck yeah!
Right.
In a serious emergency,
I do it in a second.
Those rules are out. Yep.
Yeah. I love you guys' apocalypse scenarios.
Oh, I would be siphoning gas left and right if I had to. If there was a real serious emergency, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Walter, your truck that you have, what is that? M2 whatever blah 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 blah.
The 1078, the diesel.
Yeah, you could put anything in that.
No.
I thought you could. That's one of the
M35.
ones.
No, M35.
Oh.
It's not multi-fuel. It's not.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I want
That's not.
an M35 multi-fuel. That is one of my dream vehicles.
You let me down, Walter. You let me down. Why don't you have the multi-fuel?
The M35s have multi-fuel, but they don't have any power steering. They got a shitty interior.
They have nothing good.
Nothing good. Yeah.
But
now,
you can power a camp off of it. Plug into the back.
and you can dump, gasoline, kerosene,
diesel,
anything, yeah.
oil.
As long as it's flammable.
Yeah.
As long as it's flammable.
Yeah, molasses.
Use motor oil. Use transmission fluid.
Liquor.
Yeah.
Throw liquor up in there.
A little bit. You don't get. You need to have full-on grain alcohol to do that with. But yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there's regular alcohol has water in it, so to a certain extent, that's how they take 190 proof or 200 proof and make it 90. They water it down. So
yeah. 42 Chills said steel skid plate around my gas tank. Oh, okay.
Well, if you do, then I go the next Toyota.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be lots of cars available out there. It doesn't matter what car you drive. Just like it doesn't really matter what gun you have. You know why? Because everything's available.
Because I can always get an I can always get an upgrade.
Yeah. In a true apocalypse, everything's available. Everything's
available.
Anyways,
but
you want a new wife? Available. New house? Available.
Yeah.
This is why everyone's waiting for the apocalypse, right? Everything's available, including mofos ready to kill you. So,
lots.
One thing you won't find is a charging station. I guarantee you that.
Oh, what is Gen Champ Jr. What he said? Do it live.
Do it live.
And then someone's got. Is that John? No, that's not the Gun Collective. That's better.
No.
Oh, for a second I thought that was him.
I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of things that we need to talk about here, or that I want to talk about. One of them, which I have spoken to you guys about before, and I don't want to let this pass. This is like really, really important story, I think. Do you guys remember when I told you that Lola's brother was visiting us when we lived in New Jersey, and they went to the Bronx, and they had to get these freaking snails? Do you guys remember that story? That I had to drive all the way to the Bronx and get the snails, and then they came back and they used my pots and stuff like that. I had like some new pots, and they used the pots and cooked up these damn snails that they had to have, and then that thing smelled terrible. I refused to eat it, and I threw all those pots out. So now what's happening in the world? Invasive giant African land snail found in Florida can carry meningitis. Officials warn this is a problem in Florida. Officials in Florida, Pasco County, have enacted a quarantine after finding a snail described as one of the world's most damaging. And then it's talking about meningitis and stuff like that. You know where these snails are coming from, guys? Ghana.
Well, in the name, it says Africa.
Yeah, but everything is Africa.
You know how you cure this?
No one realizes this. People say Africa. Africa is a continent. There's a whole bunch of different countries there. These things are coming from Ghana.
I guarantee you there are other places besides Ghana and Africa.
Yeah,
I bet you
bad about Ghana here for a second.
I bet you the Ineos is more places than the Ghana.
Yeah, so check it out. Customs officers confiscate 6 illegal giant African snails at Detroit Airport. Customs officers at the Detroit Metropolitan Airport made an unusual...
Were you trying to sneak snails up your butt? What were you doing
and potentially
with snails?
dangerous discovery in a passenger's luggage. 6 giant African snails, the snails which were alive, were found in the suitcase of a traveler who had arrived in Detroit from the West African country of Ghana. According to a Friday news release from the U.S. Release from the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the critters are considered a prohibited organism. It's right there. Do you see that in quotes? Prohibited organisms.
That's
yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, probably aliens. Those things are probably aliens visiting.
I was going to say that it shouldn't talk like that about Africans. That's mean.
Oh, everybody eats weird shit. You were telling me the French like to eat the snails.
I've had escargot and I enjoyed it. It was very good.
Escargot is very good, actually.
It's very, very good. I liked it. Very. It tastes like meaty butter. That's it. It's just full of butter.
If you do a little bit of garlic and the butter.
Garlic, yep.
Yeah.
So you guys eat snails also. So you would eat these big giant
I don't
African
eat
snails.
snails. No, I've had escargot before.
What's escargot mean? What does escargot mean?
It's
farm fresh. Not smuggled in.
So if it's a little tiny snail, you can eat a little tiny snail, but you can't eat a big one.
Butthole snails, okay?
Hank Strange.
Guyanese butthole snails can stay in Guyana.
France over here, Ghana over there. No jujubana, not the same.
Yeah. They're just bigger. It's juicier. It's the original. These are the original dinosaur. These are the original dinosaur snails.
No.
Oh, you're gonna be racist about the snails? Seriously, that you eat? Somehow the escargot is better.
Saying that you eat. I don't eat them. I've had escargot like once, and it was good. That's all I'm saying. I don't eat them on the regular.
Asper Warrior says I would try snails prepared by a chef. What?
We need to get our snail expert on here. You know who I'm talking
Lola?
about.
She's not going to talk.
No.
Ron Mills? Ron Mills?
Oh. That's not snails. That's conch penis. Rod Mills.
That's basically a snail, the same thing.
Yeah. Conch, snails, all the same.
Rod Mills is a connoisseur of the conch penis. By the way, Rod's gonna be at the gathering. By the way.
Oh, cool.
Good escargot.
Mm-hmm.
It's
good. It's
Are you
good.
serious?
Yeah.
You're talking about good escargot. A good little tiny ass snail.
Not little tiny. They're like that.
How many of those snails does it take to make one big West African snail?
Like, I don't know. A lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure your point. I still don't want to eat butthole snails.
Yeah,
don't bring them in here.
I don't.
Okay.
No smuggled snails.
I know you.
Mm-hmm.
Snail and hammer. Boom. Done. Finished. Garbage. Snail, hammer, garbage. Boom.
No, but
done.
that was a big problem in Florida. These snails. Florida spent more than $1 million to eradicate them because they somehow got wild and didn't get eaten, which I don't blame them. If it was up to me, I'd be releasing them, man. You know, if I would have known what was going to happen when I went to the Bronx, I would have released those snails into the Bronx. Yeah, I would have not allowed those snails to come into my house and be cooked.
15 years later, they're going to be strapped and carrying guns, wearing red. You can't do that to the poor snails.
Now you're talking. The bro snails.
They'll be crippin'.
Crip snails running around in the Bronx. You can't do that.
Yeah. Can you imagine some snails doing like a crip walk?
What would you?
They got little snail guns.
Trail.
Yeah,
it's not a snail trail; it's a crip trail.
They got Uzis. Those snails carry Uzis.
Sideways. Oh boy. So here's another thing that since it's
West Coast
free for all Monday, the world's happiest countries for 2023. You guys see this?
Oh God! You want to talk about this? You want to get me in trouble with the internet? Let's do it.
Let's down on the list. Look, so Finland, number 1. America is like number 19 out of 20. Lithuania is below America, but the Czech Republic is above America.
What did I say? And you know I'm right.
What?
My answer to why those countries are on that list, homogenous society. That's why they're on the list.
What
you go to homogenous parts of the U.S. and you get the same thing. When you start throwing all sorts of people in a big old pile 17 stories high and you wonder why they all hate each other, that's New York City.
So what's your definition of homogenous? This is what I want to know.
All Finns, all native Finnish people living in Finland. They're all Finnish. They all speak the same language. They all believe the same drought and all that. They live in Finland.
Now take that list and write down next to them the income tax rate of every one of those socialist little countries.
Oh, Finland has got to be high. So
they're all high. But
is it?
Keep filling in the.
Income
in the
tax.
blanks.
Yeah, no, tax. Their tax rates are crazy high. Their income is not that high.
I don't know about Israel. Israel is like in the top 5. Netherlands.
What am I saying here? Homogenous societies. There's a certain sect of people that all live in Israel.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, so you got cut off.
Where are all the Israelis? What makes all Israelis common? There's one thing. You go to Sweden and you ask people, where do you come from? They're going to tell you Sweden. You go to anywhere in the country here in the U.S. and go, where are you from? They're going to say, I'm from here.
Actually, Patrick, Israel's made up of a lot of Eastern Europeans, too.
There are a lot of
but they all share a common religion.
Thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
and Israel is right on the border of some people who look exactly like them, but have a different religion, therefore they kill each other on a daily basis.
Actually, yes, and actually, if you take what there is of a native Israeli, which is somebody that's from there originally, and you stick them next to a Palestinian, guess what?
Can't tell.
They don't look different.
No. They got the same genetics. I'm sure there's lots of baby mamas and baby daddies getting mixed up in there. Like that forbidden fruit across the wall.
That is some real forbidden fruit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me some of that forbidden fruit.
No.
You know what's funny about this list? So how is Canada above America?
I mean, the
in
top
this
doesn't even count. Go over
Canada,
to the top again.
Canada, really? Canada, Finland,
1,
Denmark,
2,
Iceland,
3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Switzerland is
those
8.
Those are all elfish people, anyways. They're all elves. They're not even real humans. Have you seen them before? White, pale skin.
Okay.
They basically have you heard
all
their language?
To all our listeners
They're
around
elves.
the world, all those sexy ladies who are listening to this podcast in Finland
elves.
and Denmark and Iceland,
They speak elvish.
and Israel and the Netherlands, we love you.
The Israelis don't speak elvish, but the other ones do.
Okay. Once again, check the income tax rates and just look at the demographics. Demographics of the population. You can figure it all out.
But you know what Switzerland is famous for? Do you know what Switzerland is famous for?
Swiss cheese,
Chocolate.
No.
Swiss cheese.
Switzerland is the
Chocolate
place.
and watches.
Switzerland is the place in the world
Neutrality?
that people who run countries and embezzle all the money from the country.
Hiding money?
Yeah, they hide the money and then they run away to Switzerland while their country becomes a shithole. That's what Switzerland is famous for.
It's
So
because they have
I
strict
believe
laws.
that they're happy over there. I believe they're happy.
Switzerland has strict privacy laws. That's why their banking system is the way it is.
Yeah.
Well,
they still got Nazi gold that came from the Jewish people.
I'm pretty sure they do.
well, they're equal opportunity keepers of people's money. They don't care if you're Jewish or not. So
how is Australia number 12? Seriously, Australia is better. Canada and Australia on the list. That just sucks donkey balls. Hairy, sweaty donkey balls.
Homogenous society. Where'd those come from?
Well, this one came in which one? This one came in a kit that said it was Bulgarian.
Okay.
All right. I'm just see, there's triangle stocks. This one here has that metal's bent over, so it's like extra heavier. So
it's stronger, right? I call dibs on the
Russian,
one in
I
the
can
top.
tell you, my Russian is bent over. Here, if you want to.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you like them bent
like
over.
This is on the crank, and this is a Russian kit, and it's bent in. The Bulgarian that I have is not bent, so yeah.
Like this. I got that Bulgarian crank kit at the shop. I got to pull it out and see what it.
The PSAs are the same thing.
Yeah.
PSAs are similar to Bulgarians.
Walter,
I
are you making me like an AK or something? Is this what's going on?
Patrick, as we were talking about.
Oh, you're just going to ignore. You're just going to ignore that.
I bought one of those stocks without all the other parts, and then I bought that other one as a whole kit with the rear trunnion and everything.
Yeah.
And then I went on. So recently, I went on PSA's website looking for the remainder of the parts I need, and I ordered the pin and the springs and all that. But I need that rear trunnion for the.
PSA has them. I'm pretty sure PSA has the. They have it as a whole kit where you get the trunnion. Well, they have it as a whole kit with the stock, but I think you can get it less stock.
I couldn't find that whole stock kit. When I looked.
I'll pull it up.
But then again, it might be when he says they have 600 SKUs, You know what that is?
It's true.
That's 1 stock, 2 stock, 3 stock, 4,
Right.
5 stock, 7 stock, 8 more.
They have a they have a
It's
crap,
like-
they have a lot of AK variations, man. That's kind of crazy.
Well, it's the furniture that makes all those variations.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there's a 102, the 103, the 105, the 104, and and what I was trying to say about the American-made stuff. Long as you do what you're supposed to do, it's not rocket science.
No.
Now,
I
make
think
the parts,
Yeah.
and they figured it out, and some other companies have figured it out too.
Here,
But
here's the whole thing, Walter. I'll send you the thing. It comes with the rivets, the pin, all the stuff you need minus the stock. So this is all you need. Whenever it comes back in stock.
Do you guys want to see what I got for my birthday? Because my birthday gift finally came in like 2-3 weeks after my birthday.
I'll text it to you. Yeah. So what was that? It looked like something else.
Steyr.
It's
Here
not
we go.
though, right? It's not a Steyr.
So finally, my birthday gift came in here. You know, there it goes. Oh, let's go.
It's a
Is
Steyr,
it a Steyr?
right?
Oh, it is a Steyr. Okay, I thought it was.
It's the new Steyr.
Yeah, nice.
The new Steyr. This is the modular version.
Oh,
Of
have
the
you taken
Steyr.
it apart yet? I want to see how that works.
So I have not gotten the frame out. Let's see if we can get that to show. Very good looking right there. So Steyr M9A2MF, which stands for MoFo. No, stands for modular frame. So yeah, you know what? And it's actually pretty easy.
For anybody
What's up?
listening, before you go and say, "Oh, they cloned so and so," Steyr actually holds the patent on the modular frame. They're the first ones to do it.
Yeah, and I love the sights on the Steyr are what's really my favorite.
Like alley sights.
Yeah. So, and it's easy, like, you know, it's interesting. They have a lock. See, like right here, this thing where my hand is? I could probably go to my phone and show you guys in better detail here. But that's actually a lock, believe it or not. Did you just send something?
That's the thing for Walter. That's the side holding parts
Yeah.
that he needs.
So, let's see here. Let's go in on a close-up. Bam! So that's a lock right there. See that? Fine.
Oh, weird.
Safe. So it has a key. Let me see. I've got the keys in here. So these keys come with it right here. And you could put this in here and you can actually lock it. You could turn it to here and it's...
That's a liability to me.
I wouldn't use that, but see, you know.
That's a
What
liability.
happens
That's
when
like
you lose the key?
Yeah, if that
Yeah,
breaks.
when Smith & Wesson started putting locks on their revolvers, everybody was like, I want a delete kit. I don't want a lock on my revolver.
Yeah, and then try to unlock this thing.
That was I was trying to buy the first gen version of those guns at that auction thing from Mosencrate. You know what I think
I
happened?
need both my
I didn't
hands
think
to
about-
unlock this.
I didn't
bad
think
boy.
about it till I got done with it. I had I probably had the damn ad blocker on when I sent that out.
It's a damn ad blocker. Screws you.
Fucking thing. I'll tell you what.
So anyway,
But anyways, no.
yeah.
worries.
Let me see if I could do this.
I got something else coming tomorrow. Take its place. So
Okay.
the AK pistol, the Romanian one that takes the CZ mags, 9mm.
Yeah.
I bought one of those.
Okay. I would love to see some pictures when it comes.
That's gonna be an AKV video there.
Yeah.
So I am gonna see if I could actually unlock. Let me see. How do I unlock this thing here? Oh, you gotta
see.
You gotta push this in. Okay, you gotta push this in, and then pull the trigger, and you get to separate the two of them. So let's.
Okay.
Go
Now we got to see the frame. Let's see the frame.
Yeah. Let's go to the camera here. So that's your slide. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
let's see
your
the frame.
regular
Let's see the
fare
frame.
that you guys are all used to. So here's the frame. And I think the difference with these is, as you can see, inside the frame is serialized there.
Yeah.
So that somehow, I have not been able to get it out. I think you've got to take this pin somehow, I'm assuming, has to come out of there. And then you can lift this up, and then there's different grip modules and barrels and stuff like that you can get, lengths of barrels. And then you could change all this out. But I haven't been able to get it out. But that comes out. So
Again, they were the
Instructions,
first
my
to
friend,
do this.
instructions.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it just came in. It just came in today, like I said. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, but really cool, and then easy enough to put back on. You put it back on the slide, rack it. There you go. You're ready to go. My favorite thing here, I'll show you guys from the back, the sight picture.
Look at that.
The sights are cool, and I
right
want to feel what that grip angle feels like, because that's kind of a
yeah. It feels
very
good.
very
Feels
aggressive
good in the
grip
hand.
angle.
Yeah, gets right. See, it's
We're
right
trying
up
to
under
keep
there.
the bore center
Yep.
as low as possible.
Yeah,
I've never understood why Steyrs were not more popular here in the States. They're real hard to find.
yeah.
Those the first gen ones, you don't see them that often. These were imported, I think,
No.
from Israel. The ones that he was
Yeah.
selling. So
I think that its other brother from Austria is probably the reason why it's not as popular. The Glock, maybe, but these are really cool, man. I always wanted one of these, and I only had to hint and carry on like a big baby for Lola to get me one for my birthday. But that's what you got to do sometimes, right? That's what you got to do.
Now you
That's what
gotta
do,
kit
so.
yourself out with your Steyr pistol and your Steyr rifle.
Yeah, yeah. And we probably need to do another video where we shoot a bunch of similar handguns, and include this in there, and you guys get to shoot this. I don't know, Walter, do you have some stuff like this? You got some
I don't have a
weird
Steyr,
handgun.
no.
But you got some weird different handguns from different places, I think, right?
Well, I mean, you got, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so.
I have, yeah, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Anyway, yeah, so we need to do one of those kind of videos. I'm interested in seeing what you guys think. I've shot them before. I don't know if you guys have. I thought we did before. I had one here before, but I can't remember whether or not. I think we did make a video on it, but I just can't remember exactly what happened with that. So, all right, any other guns? What guns you guys got? What you got? Let's see some
I
awesomeness.
showed up all my shit. I blew my load early already.
Yeah.
I was digging around in a box where I had some magazines, and I found my my Zastava. What is this? This is the Model 70, which is in 32.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
32 ACP.
Yeah, it's a beastly thick and heavy little gun, but it's like a police gun they use over there. Comes with came with a nice flap holster. Which
I'm redoing my wood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, be careful.
This is the wood that I've been using on my donger. I actually switched over to some Polish wood.
Be careful on your donger there.
I switched over to some Polish wood because I had it sitting around. So I decided to refinish.
Don't let your Polish wood sit around.
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm now urethaning it layer by layer.
You'll go blind.
The Polska AK laminated stuff is beautiful.
I built an AK for a friend who had a Polish parts kit, and he was like, "I want to modernize it with some other stuff." And I was like, "Okay, what do you want it with? Do you want the handguard?" And he's like, "Nah, you can keep it." I was like, "Okay."
That dark laminated wood the Poles use is just pretty. I mean, it's got nice grain, and that laminated grain.
Mm-hmm.
And that, by the way, that's a German thing for the folks who don't know.
Lamination?
That laminated wood that didn't fall apart, that's a German thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that made it more durable.
Well, when you're running out of wood because
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, but no, the Germans came up with the lamination techniques. So
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realize that. I had no idea. I thought the Russians had done that.
They did it to us too, but I don't think they did it during the war. It was probably post-war.
No, I don't think so.
They might have. I don't know, but I know the Germans did a lot. That MP44 I just had out, that's got a really nice laminated stock in the back. And I'm hoping that supposedly the Hill and Mac guns accept the original stocks. So
yeah, I hope they follow the same lines, but we'll see. We'll see what comes out.
I was going to ask him. I had some other questions, but I got to ask about the receiver, but I'll keep that for later till I get my gun.
Mm-hmm.
If I can drop in a trigger pack, fun. That's going to be
yeah.
fun.
That's. Do you remember what caliber you picked?
7.62 39.
Okay, so you're going to be later in the game, but that's going to be a lot closer to 8mm Kurtz than any of the other ones, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Kurtz is great, but it's expensive to go pop with. So
it's too hard to feed.
And they said they're doing
10.62.
5.56 first, right?
5.56.
Well,
then 300 blackout.
Yeah, like he said, the barrels are interchangeable, so I don't know what Hill and Mac has for barrel inventory. Because they were what happened was they handed it off to somebody else to do production, and somebody did nothing. So then they
really, I didn't realize that.
And the company, they didn't want to give their parts back to Hill and Mac, so they had to sue them to get the parts back.
Yeah, that became a whole fiasco.
It was a big cluster. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that.
The original stall was, or the original reason they were behind, because they were making the magazine, injection molding the magazine. And once they got that done, everything was supposed to start shipping. Well, nothing happened. And it's like, well, we set this one company and they didn't do it, and now they don't want to give our parts back, and so they sued them.
This is what happens when you don't have vertical integration in your manufacturing process, and you have to go outside.
PSA will do a good job of it.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
That too, Walt.
So, or here's how I look at that whole thing. If you only build 10 guns a week, 20 guns a week, at least they're going out. They're going out, and the complaining
people
stops.
Are getting happy. Yeah, people are getting their guns.
Right, right. The buzz starts. If you do nothing,
it's horrible.
If all of a sudden they would have threw their hands up and said, "PSA, we're not honoring those orders," PSA would be back on the shit list for everybody.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think it's the best possible outcome is for a company like PSA to step in and.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. They'll knock it right out of the ballpark, I'm sure.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll just get buried again, and some other company might come up with it in the future. Or,
You have to have enough capital to.
Yeah. But that's been years. You know how long that's been? I think, Patrick, we probably first talked about that on the podcast. That's early episodes of this podcast going back years.
What? The Hill and Mac gun?
Yeah, when Hill and Mac came out. Yeah, I remember
2017.
Yeah.
I placed that order in 17 after the SHOT Show in 17.
Yeah, the SHOT 2016 they announced it.
They had it there.
They took orders in 2017. It looks like
they had an early prototype at 16.
Yep.
And at 17 they had a much better looking gun, and I said, you know what, I'm going for it. Boom, clap down the money, and here we are. So
yeah, it'll happen. Speaking of guns, I was talking about this when the PSA guys were on, so check this out. On Utreon is comparing FN Ruger and PSA 5.7 handguns. So that's a video that's up on the Utreon. You guys could go check that out. It's exclusively up there. You can't find it on the YouTubes, and it's let me see here. Oh, look at that. There's a ad going through it here, old school ad. But let me see. How do I skip that ad? Oh, I guess you cannot. There we go. Skip. Okay. I think that skipped it. All right. So here we go. And in this video is going to be Walter and Flying Rich, and I'm trying to get this to play. What is going on? Just play, damn it.
Is that the one your son edited?
Yes. So my son did all the editing on this. I'm trying to get him into the editing business. So I don't know if you got a chance to watch it yet, Walter, but I think it was.
I haven't had a chance yet. No.
Yeah. So it's really cool shooting all these different guns. Shout out to Flying Rich out there if you guys want to check out the whole thing. You know, when we do stuff like this, we have different people on the range, and everyone gives their opinions, etc. And you guys, and of course, look at these guys messing around behind me. It's like, yeah, it's like a mirror of a mirror of a mirror. Yeah. Then they start. Yeah, come on. I mean, seriously. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, knuckleheads all. Patrick, for some reason, couldn't make it that day. I can't remember. Something was going on, but
I don't know what we were doing.
Yeah. But we do have some other stuff that we'll be shooting, including we had on yesterday, Walter. We had Ron from Trailblazer.
Well, I was in the
chat. That was fun. He was a fun dude to talk to.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, he's been around for a long time, too. In the gun
we kept asking about the buy one, get one thing, and you know why we kept asking about that? Because if you buy a Trailblazer, you get the little pocket pistol for free.
Okay.
And that's I just got a flyer today from Davidson's.
Wait, what Trailblazer? If you get one
if you buy the pivot.
Oh, if you buy the pivot, you get a life card for free?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's why DCG44 kept asking about buy one get one, and I started posting buy one get one, buy one get one, buy one get one.
I had no idea. I had no idea what you guys were up to.
And
why didn't you just text me or something and go ask him about that? Yeah, okay.
From Davidson's, and that's some kind of deal we're running now.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
Okay, yeah, I should have asked that, but we'll get into that. That's cool though that they're at least doing that. I like the different colors, like Patrick was saying. You can get his and hers. Mm-hmm. So, what are you showing off there, Walt?
I found another one of my Picatinny rails slide on.
Little pig sticker. Little tiny pig sticker.
Yeah, I found another one when I was cleaning up in here. Yeah, this one's not green, so.
Mm-hmm. Is that more solid? Is that going to break
Probably
if you
not.
stick it in a tree?
Yeah, were you there, Patrick? We tried to jam it in the tree.
It is
And it popped right off the
The plastic broke.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
What
We
do
do
you
need to.
What do you want? You know.
How much was it? What did it cost?
Probably $10 or something. You know. I mean, something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get together and do some more videos like that. I know we've got some stuff that we need to get to around here, so we'll get that going. And, it's past the 9 o'clock hour, so we got to start wrapping it up over here. I do want to, let me pull up the PSA event. I want to remind everyone about that before we actually go to wrapping everything up. The best way to find out about this is Google PSA Gathering, and it's going to come right up. So I'll share my phone with you guys. Google it, it'll come up. And so there's the Eventbrite, as well as Palmetto State Armory has direct website that you can go to. It's 2 days this year, so it's a 2-day event, March 24th and 25th, and it's the Clinton Plantation House in Lawrence, South Carolina. There you go. And the price, general attendance for 1 day is $40. 2 days, $70. Children under 16 get in for free. So there you go. Lola and myself will be out there. And, you can come. You can meet a whole bunch of folks out there. Hang out, shoot some cool guns, all of that stuff. And then let me not forget the PSA GOA lowers that are out. The sheepdog lowers that PSA's put out are also there on the website. You guys can check that out. And I think, what was it, like $10 they said that they're giving to
GOA.
Yeah.
If you buy one, it goes
GOA.
$10 to GOA.
Yeah, so there you go. Very, very cool. Those are out, and I think they announced that officially today, so you guys can check that out. Let me start with Patrick here to tell you guys how to find him and how to support him.
BabyfaceP.com will take you to Utreon, where most of the spicy stuff will live. I haven't done anything in a little bit. We're going to start working on a Set Me soon. I just got to get rolling on it. The baby's keeping us busy. So, YouTube.com/babyfaceP will take you to YouTube. Baby_faceP will take you to Instagram if you want to see the fun stuff, because I post ridiculous stuff constantly.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Your memes, that's where you memify?
That's where I memify. Yeah, if you want to see memes, go there.
Yeah, and Walter is showing off his... is this fully built up?
Unfinished that my father was working on.
Mm-hmm.
I need to finish it and put a barrel in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And where can the folks find you? Oh boy.
It's not welded together by any means. So.
Oh.
This one might get a trigger pack. I think this one might get
would be very cool.
Oh, in honor of Senior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
I have a feeling I might do that. Just for fun.
So how can the people find you, support you, watch your stuff, look at your NEOS video, etc., Walt?
Well, you can do Safety Harbor Firearms on internet. Oh, internet. Safety Harbor Firearms on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And Utreon.
Mhm.
And Dirtfoot Racing, we'll find that Ineos post off-road trial thing. That's on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and Utreon. And then there's stemparts.com for all your stem parts needs. Things are looking better in the world of receivers. Who knows? Who knows? Before long, we might have.
You liking the news, huh? You're liking this news?
Yeah, we got to fight. They're fighting back. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not part of the fight back, but go out and support Polymer 80. Polymer 80 is selling parts kits again, the lower parts kits, and all the other pieces now again too. So, and they got a sale going on, $99 for parts, lower parts kits. So if you want to support those guys, go buy a frame and start building again, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to those folks who are fighting back, spending their own money. The companies here that are fighting back, like Polymer 80,
and
which has put a fortune into fighting.
Yeah, there's a lot of lawsuits in process. So
yeah, GOA's got stuff going on, and several other pro Second Amendment organizations out there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the way that we need to do it, man. We need to fight them in the streets, fight them on the seas, in the air, over there, over here, everywhere. That's how we have to do it. Okay, so listen, I'm going to end this. We don't have any more shows this week. Like I said, we're going to be at the gathering, Lola and myself. So if anyone's going out there, we'll see you guys out there. If you can't make it, I'll make sure to get some kind of video of us out there as we usually do and share that with everyone. And then we should all be back here, I'm thinking, on next Monday. Right? I don't know. I'm not looking at the schedule, but we should all be back here. Make sure you support Patrick Babyface P as well as Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms. Big thanks to Josiah and Cameron from PSA for coming on and putting up with our
shenanigans.
Yeah, with our shenanigans. That was fun. It's always cool to have those guys on and talk about stuff that's going on there. Did you guys have anything to say before we get out? I know we need to do words of wisdom here too. Okay, who's got words of wisdom? Who's got it? Walt? Babyface? Come on, for Babyface. Okay, go for it, Walt, if you got something.
I'm drawing a blank.
Sometimes, and this is for me specifically with the baby, sometimes, you always hear that, just take it a day at a time, just take it a week at a time. There will be times in your life where you just have to take it like 10 minutes at a time, and things will get better. You just got to remember that. If you're only doing 10 minutes at a time and then going for the next 10 minutes, it's okay. It's okay. And I have to remind myself that so I don't throw a small child out a window.
And always remember, somebody's got it worse than you. So
absolutely,
absolutely. And your parents right now are probably happy that you have to now put up with everything they had to put up with
every single thing.
Yes, and just remember, you will look back on this fondly, man. Your kids are babies.
Yeah,
just for a brief.
You'll go, man. I sure. When they're little and those good times, and
they're so cuddly and cute and awesome. Yeah, don't worry. They get older and they get worse.
And they tell you to fuck off.
So, exactly.
Oh, God.
Okay, and with that, we are out of here. Okay, let me smash the buttons over here, as Walter would say. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.